the intensity of it all.
The Ravens currently are ranked 5th in the NFL in rushing yards per game, 3rd in the NFL in average per carry. Linebacker Malik Harrison spent his first 5 seasons in the league with the Ravens, and he has been used here in rundown circumstances. What might he contribute to your efforts to deal with that part of Baltimore's offense?
You've absolutely said it. He's a rundown linebacker. He's here because of our familiarity with that skill set. We've competed against him. And certainly he's competed against that offense in a variety of settings during the early portions of his career. And so certainly it should be an asset to him in terms of diagnosing things and understanding schematic personality. Guys like that, man, are a major component of this matchup. But it's been a lot of that over the years. Arthur Millette recently for those guys, being a former Steeler, et cetera. It's layers to this thing. Patrick Queen. There's layers to this thing. Mike Wallace was a Raven thereafter his Steeler career. And so familiarity oftentimes breeds a lot of things.
We've talked a lot about the number of quality running backs you've faced so far this season, but what makes Derrick Henry different from those guys?
Size and home run hitting ability. He's a 250-plus pound runner. And so if he gets into your secondary, that's a problem. But he also has a dangerous stiff arm, and his length is a component. And so he's able to ward off cut tackles with that stiff arm. And so it's a very technical thing to work through stiff arms during the course of a week, and certainly we highlight that component of skill development when we're leaning in to play against him. We did it when he was a Tennessee Titan as well. It's something that's really exclusive to him. You got to do a good job of warding off the stiff arm. You can't give him downhill running lanes. A 10-yard gain can quickly turn into a 50-yard gain as people run parallel to that stiff arm. And so you just understand that when you see him. A major component of minimizing those things is not allow a 10-yard gain to happen. Probably more so than any other runner in football. 10 turns into 20, turns into 30 because of his long speed, his size, and that stiff arm.
A final word from Coach Tomlin in a moment as we count down to kickoff, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Workdays,
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
When it comes to your health, trust matters. The expert care here at Independence Health System has been confirmed by Health Grades. These honors reflect more than outstanding outcomes. They reflect the commitment, compassion, and expertise of our clinicians and staff. Every life we touch, every patient we care for, inspires us to keep raising the standard of care for our community. Expert care here at Independence Health System. Visit us at independence.health to learn more.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told? You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit FoundationSoft.com. That's FoundationSoft.com. FoundationSoft.com.
Football is all about protection. Protect the ball, the QB, the lead. With Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace, you can protect yourself with high-quality health coverage so you're not blindsided by medical bills. It's open enrollment time for all Pennsylvanians to apply, shop, and enroll at penny.com. That's PENNIE.com. Deadline is December 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
At Washington and Jefferson College, we don't just equip you for what's next. We empower you to adapt and thrive. At W&J, bold academics meet professors who coach you to succeed. Real-world experience is built into every major. So when you graduate, you're not just ready, you're game ready. Schedule your campus visit today at washjeff.edu. That's washjeff.edu and see where your journey begins. Washington and Jefferson College, where you learn to adapt to any challenge and thrive in the ever-changing world.
Think you have what it takes to be a part of a passionate team in a thriving industry? 84 Lumber is immediately hiring for a variety of full-time positions at its southwestern PA locations. 84 Lumber knows their successes come from their people. They prioritize growth by making it easy to pave your own path within the company. They are proud to promote nearly 100% from within and help you create a career that you are proud of. Take the first step to building the career of your dreams by visiting 84lumber.com/careers to apply today.
Life is a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
Hi, I'm John Henney.
And I'm Dara Henney.
On behalf of all of us at Henney Jewelers, we invite you to become one of our cherished Henney couples.
Our friendly, no-pressure team can help you find or create the perfect engagement ring.
We personally handpick every diamond to give you the highest quality and the best value you'll find anywhere.
Complete with Henney's Hallmark customer service. We can't wait to welcome you to our newly renovated store on Walnut Street in Shadyside. For information and appointments, visit HenneyJewelers.com or follow us on social.
Henney Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
It's the AFC North as it's supposed to be. December football, Steelers Ravens with the division lead on the line here at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. I'm Rob King, joined by Max Starks, Missy Matthews. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. Countdown to kickoff is delivered by Little Caesars, official pizza of your Pittsburgh Steelers. Order online during the Pizza pregame and get it delivered or pick it up in-store from the Pizza Portal. Pick up Pizza. Max, you saw the Steelers-Raven rivalry for 9 years as a player, many more years here as a broadcaster. What are your thoughts on this great rivalry?
One of the greatest rivalries in sports, and as a guy who calls college games as well, this is the most collegiate atmosphere that you'll get, especially in Baltimore, right? You know, it has the fan mystique. It has a band, right? It has the cheerleaders, crazy mascots. So this is what gives you that feel of, man, these are two teams that don't like each other, very close proximity to each other, a long storied history if you go back to the Cleveland Browns and them moving down here to Baltimore and assuming the mantle that the Colts left behind. So you look at that mystique and that history, and it means a little bit more in this game.
Missy, when you have a rivalry like this, sometimes somebody will say, well, just throw the records out. But the records of these two teams, can't throw them out, and they are noteworthy heading into today's game.
Well, tell me if you guys have heard this before. A Steelers-Ravens regular season game means one of them will have first place in the AFC North. This is something we're used to, but both teams sitting at 6-6 in Week 14, actually tied for the latest in a season. These two teams met with neither being above 500. The last time was Week 14 in 1999. Mike Tomczak, guys, was the quarterback. The Steelers lost that one, so hopefully we reverse that, and today the Steelers get the win and hold on to first place in the AFC North.
Sounds good to us, Missy. Max, the last time these two teams met, the Ravens ran for 220 yards in the regular season, 299 in the playoffs. No Derek Harmon, no Daniel Ekuale, guys acquired to try to stop the Ravens running game in particular. I'm sure the Ravens saw what the Bills did last week. I would expect to see a lot of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running the ball at the Steelers today.
I think you're going to see a good bit because Derrick Henry in the month of December logs his most snaps rushing. And that's been his entire career, not just in that moment. And, you know, the stature and the height of this, it's even more so heightened because of the fact that first place is on the line.
It is, and the Ravens, by the way, they're not quite the running team they were last year when they averaged 188 yards on the ground per game, 51 yards less this year. They still rank fourth in that category. Now, it's not just about stopping the Ravens. It's about scoring some points. The Steelers had the ball for only 18 minutes and 1 second last week against the Buffalo Bills. They're going to need to do better than that here against this Ravens team today.
They're fresh. I think that's the best way of looking at it. You know, not a lot of wear and tear from the previous game. But I say that tongue-in-cheek, but that has to piss you off. If you're an offensive lineman, if you're an offensive playmaker, the biggest thing that you want is to show your dominance, and the best way to show your dominance is time of possession, third down conversions, keeping those drives alive and just churning and grinding down the opposing defense. And this defense isn't that stout squad. Haloti Ngata's not coming in. Tony Siragusa is not coming back for this game. They've been depressed on that side of the ball. That's why they're 6-6. You look at this. They gave up 41 points. And they had a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter of the first game of the season. So this team has been reeling from that. They've gotten a little bit better. They got a boost in the arm with Lamar, but they also know that the talent isn't there. So this should be a good and tight contest, as it always is.
And when you do think about that, Max, the Steelers and the Ravens have been putting up better numbers defensively. The competition hasn't been as strong. The Steelers were averaging 24.9 points per game prior to only scoring 7 against the Bills. So hopefully the Steelers offense can do something against this Ravens defense today. This is Rob King. That concludes today's pregame show. Kickoff is next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Yo, it's Mark Madden. If you're shopping for a new TV or appliance, Voss TV and Appliance is the only store for you. Voss is a locally owned family business with the buying power of a big box store. Visit my guys Rick or Matt at Voss TV and Appliance and get up to a $3,000 mail-in rebate on Cafe brand appliances. Voss TV and Appliance, serving Pittsburgh more than 6 decades with the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Visit Voss TV and Appliance at VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know what teamwork and a winning tradition are all about, and so does the team at Calusi Chevrolet. Having been in business for over 107 years, they know what it takes to keep customers coming back year after year. Things like great pricing, great selection, and great service after the sale. So take it from me, Will Howard. There's never been a better time to buy or better dealer to buy from. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
Home remodeling shouldn't be stressful, and at West Shore Home, they're proving it doesn't have to be. With real-time scheduling and precision scan to plan accuracy, they make your remodel fast, easy, and convenient. From tub-to-shower conversions and walk-in tubs to full-bath remodels, windows, and doors, hundreds of thousands of homeowners have trusted West Shore Home for a consistent, reliable experience. And right now, when you buy a full-bath remodel, you'll get a second shower for free. Learn more at westshorebath.com. That's westshorebath.com.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE Pittsburgh.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henny Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
This legal disclaimer is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of the National Football League or the Pittsburgh Steelers is prohibited.
Referee Alex Moore has the captains assembled at midfield. And so it looks like the Ravens will get the ball first.
Pittsburgh has won the toss and elected to defer their option to the second half. Baltimore will receive on this end.
So interesting. We know, Max, that the Steelers have not been a very good second half team. The Ravens have not been a very good first half team. The Ravens get the ball to begin the first half. The Steelers get the ball to begin the second half. We are ready to go in this one. Just about tremendous rivalry game. And so with the Steelers starting on defense, Missy, this is a resumption not only of a great rivalry, but these two head coaches have met so frequently in Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh.
Yeah, the longest tenured active coaches with their current team. 39th meeting between Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, including the playoffs. Coach Tomlin has the 21-17 advantage. They're only second in NFL history behind George Halas and Curly Lambeau, who had 49.
I think anytime you're talking about, thank you, Missy, great rivalries, and you can bring George Halas and Curly Lambeau to the conversation, how good is that?
Progenitors of this game. When you think about the history that over a century of this beautiful game called American football has been played, and you go back into the annals like that, that's pretty special. And no different here with these two franchises. They have a deep-rooted history going back before they were the Baltimore Ravens and carrying on still to this day that tradition of the old Cleveland-Pittsburgh rivalry. Just moves a little south, but still the same intensity is there.
Yep. Certainly over the last quarter century, the greatest rivalry in the NFL, and it is ready to go for first place in the AFC North. Ravens in the white pants and the purple shirts going to be moving left to right. The Steelers in the white jerseys, gold pants with the black piping, getting ready to go defending. Here's Boswell with a kick. It's going to come down to Keaton Mitchell, near side of the field at the 6-yard line. Heads straight up the numbers. Finds a little bit of a crease and then gets banged down as he crosses the 25 out to the 26. And that is where the Ravens will take over with their first possession of this football game.
Yeah, Ben Skoranek playing little hairs on fire on that one. He came and made a great stick on Mitchell. Came running around doing the moose chomp to his head. And this moment, and for this defense, this is a moment where you get that reclamation. You haven't had the greatest last couple of weeks, and of course everybody has told them about how they are. But this is a moment here against this team that they've had success against. See if they can slow them today.
Shotgun formation. Jackson has Henry to his left, brings a man in motion. That's likely across the formation. Throw out to the right flat, too likely, and likely will get out to about the 34-yard line. So a pretty good pickup on first down of 7 yards for the Ravens.
And this was just a quick pass, and even on that one, like they dropped T.J. Watt into the curl flat zone because they knew a quick game was going to be one of the things they were going to try. They're not going to try and test the run too early. They want to try and soften up the Steelers' defense, see if they can back them out of that 8-man box that they're running with a single high.
Ravens break the huddle. Shotgun once again. Henry to the right of Jackson. Motion man this time is Mitchell. They give off the left side to Henry. Finds a hole, crosses the 40, out to the 41-yard line before he's taken down by Cam Hayward. 2 plays, first down Ravens.
And that was just a straight inside zone to the left, and we have a downed Steeler right now, and it looks like Keanu Benton might be the man. Oh, he got hit from behind. He got rolled on. Y.A. Black got knocked down into the back of the legs of Benton, and he is down right now getting looked at by the medical staff.
And this is a game in which both teams are coming in with just 5 defensive linemen, so not a whole lot of depth here behind Keanu Benton. Early on in this game, 14-11 remains in the first quarter. We take a break now from M&T Bank Stadium. Steelers football continues. No score in Baltimore.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier.
There's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway and enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Ravens tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Download the Safeway app or visit Safeway.com/flockinandwin for more details. Plus, save 5% when you shop in your Ravens gear on game day. Safeway makes sure Ravens fans have all their game day needs. Don't miss the football item of the week, Kellogg's cereal for just $1.99 each. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Come from their people. They prioritize growth by making it easy to pave your own path within the company. They are proud to promote nearly 100% from within and help you create a career that you are proud of. Take the first step to building the career of your dreams by visiting 84lumber.com/careers to apply today.
Life has a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
14-11 remains first quarter here at M&T Bank Stadium. Keanu Benton was able to get off the field under his own power. He's being examined in the blue tent. Asezi Tomewo has checked in to take his place. Remember, no Derek Harmon, no Daniel LaQuale.
No, and, you know, when we look at that, Broderick Martin Rhodes is not active well So, yeah, you're in a thin group. Now you move Y.A. Black into the place of Keanu Benton and brought Otomewo to the end position that Black was previously playing on the previous play.
Lamar Jackson under center brings Likely in motion, hands off to the left side to Henry, and Henry finds a hole off the left side, and Patrick Queen makes a stop, but a pickup of a solid 5, close to 6 yards. I beg your pardon, that was Jalen Ramsey on the stop. So a pretty good gain on first down of 6 yards for the Ravens.
And once again, this is just inside zone, waiting for a slight veer there by Henry. So, last week it was the extreme cutbacks by James Cook off of the inside zone. Ravens early on just running straight inside zone and just reading it tight. 2nd and 4. Henry the lone setback with Jackson under center. Motion man is Flowers to the left. And T.J. Watt, the penetration stops Henry moving left in the backfield. A loss on the play back to the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 on that play. We'll take it. That cuts back the average, and a good job of T.J. Watt just closing down the line of scrimmage and just catching Derrick Henry before he can get started. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need those backside ends reading whatever it is, because also they can run the quarterback boot off of that. If they see that end close too soon, Lamar Jackson can pull it and go out the back door. So 3rd and 6, Rasheen Ali is checked in. He's next to Lamar Jackson. Steelers showing 4-man rush at the present time here with 2 receivers to the left now. Motion man is Flowers left to right across the formation. Snap, back to passes. Jackson, blitz coming. Lofts down the right side. That has a man there. And it is Flowers who makes the grab. A diving grab. They say he's inbounds all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Steelers. Great throw. Incredible catch by Flowers. And the Ravens moving quickly to the line of scrimmage so that the Steelers can't challenge this. It looked like the left knee came down. The challenge flag comes out just as the Ravens snap the ball. So let's see here. Max, you said you thought maybe he was out of bounds? I thought his left knee might have came down right before. We're going to get a chance to watch a replay of it one more time. Well, right knee in bounds, right elbow out.
Pittsburgh is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. The previous play is under further review.
Yeah. I think that's going to be.
And the ball is moving. Yeah. It wasn't secured, so.
I don't think this is going to be completion. But again, a lot of action here early. 12:21 remains first quarter. Play under review. A big play under review on 3rd down. No score. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Great googly moogly, this one's got heart. And it's only at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 pizza. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Greg Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Mission. Order one today online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
Hey, it's Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors. When it comes to roofing, I know you have options, but not all roofers are created equal. I'm local, I'm hands-on, and I'm never selling out to some private equity firm. This is my business, and I stand behind every roof we install. I use quality materials, have fair pricing, and we do the job right, without the pressure and without breaking the bank. If your roof needs attention, give me a call. No gimmicks, no games, just roofing done right. Call 412-678-7008 or visit EasyDidIt.com.
Planting a tree, putting in a new sprinkler system, digging a trench, no matter the project. If it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at PA1call.org. PA1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging.
You see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3 isn't just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train, build what matters. Take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting wages over $27 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
So 1 knee equals 2 feet, as we know, Max. We thought the ball was moving but they decided that he had enough control of it, and so the catch upheld. His coach's challenge brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. So 12:21 remains. First quarter, the long pass from Jackson to Flowers on 3rd down and 6 stands. The ball's at the 24-yard line of the Steelers on this opening drive after that 31-yard hookup. Derrick Henry to the left of Lamar Jackson, now moves to the right in the shotgun. Snap and the handoff to Henry, left side, and once again tracking him down from the backside. He was sifting down the line, looking for a place to find a hole, and T.J. Watt tracked him down and dropped him for a loss of a half a yard.
2 times in a row we've seen TJ kind of close down that line of scrimmage, staring at Lamar Jackson because Lamar didn't carry the fake boot out wide, which would have kept TJ wide. So he's able to track down there, runs it to the back of his offensive line, and TJ Watt right there to hit him for a no gainer.
2nd and 10, 2 receivers split to each side of the formation, empty set for Jackson. Now motioning back is Keaton Mitchell. He'll join him to the left, and Mitchell gets the handoff on the delay up the middle and gets inside the 20 down about the 19-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
And just bang up the middle. The Ravens have been on this drive just consistent with running the ball up the middle behind the offensive line, kind of bowled over his offensive lineman to get forward on that play. But yeah, having success here, big 3rd down here for the Steelers. See if they can bend but don't break.
They've actually marked it at the 18, so it's a 3rd and 6. Jackson remains in the shotgun once again. 2 receivers to the right, tight end to the left is likely. Snap, back to pass. Jackson throws right, another go pattern, and knocked away. Intended for Flowers. Eccles was there and batted it out of bounds. Terrific defensive play by Brandon Eccles.
Great job by Brandon Eccles. As he's running, Zay Flowers has a step on him, but he turns his head back, high points the ball, and gets a nice left paw up in the air, batting that ball away before Flowers could jump and sprawl and do like a pirouette behind him to try and make the catch.
So this will set up a 36-yard field goal attempt here for Tyler Loop, who is perfect under 50 yards, 21 of 21 under 50 yards for the rookie kicker for the Ravens. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and that kick is good for Tyler Loop. And with 10:58 remaining in the first quarter of play from M&T Bank Stadium, Steelers football continues to the score. The Ravens 3, the Steelers nothing.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Enjoy awesome deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. 2 awesome hours. 5 awesome favorites at discount prices, including our soup, salad, bread, nacho, and dessert bar for only $9.99. $10.99 whitefish, $11.99 soft chicken, and sirloin tips and more. And for our lunch diners, we also have another awesome deal. Get our soup, salad, nacho, bread, and dessert bar for just $9.99. Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Dine-in only. No other discounts apply.
Horses, steak, and sea house. Horses is hospitality.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
Sometimes the biggest business challenges are the ones you don't even know you have. Schneider Downs helps clients solve those challenges. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at SchneiderDowns.com.
Terry Wargenis here from the Gateway Clipper. This New Year's Eve, we're offering 3 memorable ways to celebrate. Our elegant dining cruise, lively dance cruise, and festive hors d'oeuvres cruise. Enjoy high-energy DJ entertainment, great food, and that incredible Pittsburgh skyline. Visit GatewayClipper.com for details.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Ravens settled for a field goal. Baltimore up 3-0 over the Steelers. 10:58 left in the first quarter. And this is the first career meeting between Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson. Aaron faced the Ravens when Lamar was on the team, but Lamar didn't play in 2021. This marks the first game in NFL history between division opponents with both starting quarterbacks being multiple-time MVP winners. Oh, and by the way, guys, Aaron Rodgers has the most December wins, 42 among active quarterbacks. Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. And just one more note, Lamar Jackson is 22-4 in December. That is pretty good.
Would you say Mr. December? You would call him Mr. December?
A lot of great similarities between these two teams. Short kickoff here, going to be taken by Gainwell at the 11-yard line, heads straight up the field, now cuts to the right, looking for a gap, finds a little bit of a hole, and gets out to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position here for the Steelers offense. And one more thing about these quarterbacks, neither comes in playing well. Only the second time in Rodgers' career he's gone 4 games or more without throwing more than 1 touchdown pass. And Lamar Jackson, the first time in his career, he has gone 3 games without throwing a touchdown pass.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Something you want to change. And another stat, Aaron Rodgers, 3 straight games passing below 200 yards. So obviously 2 streaks he wants to break in this game.
In the shotgun as he was all of last week. So let's see if he gets under center at all. Adam Thielen, new addition, is into the game, part of a trips left package here for the Steelers. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, going to throw one deep down the right sideline, intended for DK Metcalf, catches it in stride, a huge gain down inside the 15-yard line of the Ravens. All this talk about no air yard completions by Rodgers in the last month, they come right out with a bomb down the right sideline.
And they went straight at Marlon Humphrey, their tremendous lockdown corner, and he had no answers for big DK Metcalf. All you see is him pointing the finger like, somebody get that guy, I lost him.
55-yard pickup.
The ball will be placed at the 13-yard line.
Okay, 52-yard pickup. So we'll take it at the 13-yard line.
Something over 50 yards. Amazing. And I just talked about 3 straight games below 200 yards passing. That's a good way to start out, getting right out the gate.
And a perfect throw by Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz. Shotgun once again for Rodgers. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Warren to the right of him in the shotgun. Rodgers gets a snap. Back looking left, fires in that direction. Complete to DK Metcalf again. Metcalf knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So a gain of about 6 or 7 on that first down completion.
Yeah, that was a nice, just quick out route. And Aaron throwing to the long side of the field. So he's on the opposite hash throwing that out. So it's a little bit further than you'd like to say of the traditional 6-7. It went about 13, 14 air yards to get to that point.
Spencer Anderson is checked in as the extra offensive lineman. Rodgers is under center. Remember, he didn't take a single snap under center last week. Lone setback is Warren. Rodgers now stands up straight, adjusts something, now moves Anderson in motion to the right. Here's the pitch to Warren to the right side, gets inside the 5 and down to about the 4. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 from there.
Yeah, about almost a full 1 yard. I mean, he's right on the hash. Just inside of that is the actual first down. So they can still get a first down and get a brand new set of downs inside the 3-yard line. So this is a big moment for the offensive line. Andrus Peat, 2nd week in a row starting at the left tackle position. Settled in nicely last week. And Spencer Anderson still in along with the jumbo guy, Darnell Washington.
3rd and 1, 8:55 remaining first quarter. Steelers trailing 3-0 ball at the 4-yard line. As Rodgers in the shotgun gets a snap, throws out to the right, back shoulder fade, knocked away, incomplete as Humphrey batted it away from DK Metcalf. And now 4th and 1. The kicking unit started to get on the field, but they were waved off, and so now Steelers changing personnel, and they are lining up to go for it here at the 4-yard line of the Ravens.
Oh, man, DK had 2 hands on it, and they just batted it away, and you're seeing a different personnel group. Connor Hayward in there.
Lining up for the tush push off the left side, and they've got it. Aaron Rodgers is standing well behind. He's got his feet at the 10-yard line, and he is signaling first down Steelers.
He had the wide leg going. There was no chance of him getting involved in that scrum at all. Stood almost statuesque back there, and then signaling with the hand up in the air like the old Lady of Liberty there in New York, signaling the first down.
Gainwell remains in the game with the ball at the 2-yard line. and the Steelers going heavy set. Both these teams use a lot of big personnel. Rodgers in the shotgun has Gainwell to his left. Leaning forward to get the snap at the 8:07 mark. Man in motion across the formation is Smith. A fake to him. Rolling back the other way. Rodgers looking. Throws toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete. I think he wanted Darnell Washington on a drag, but he was banged up in traffic and couldn't get himself free.
That's exactly what was happening. They're trying to run a hide route underneath on the backside, and Darnell Washington got picked at the line of scrimmage. It looked like it was not Haloe Gilman, but Teddy Buchanan, the rookie linebacker, was the one that kind of gave him a little shoulder charge because he was inside that 5-yard zone.
So 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Spencer Anderson is in as the extra offensive lineman. Rodgers in the shotgun. Gives to Gainwell. Left side, tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage, gets down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Once again, this is what you wanted in this moment. You want to get a fresh set of downs because this is 4-down territory here. This is going to be absolute physicality. Who wants it more in this moment? You've got 2 plays to get 1 yard. Can the Steelers do it and just drive the men off the ball?
Jalen Warren is checked back in. The ball on the left hash, 1-yard line. Under 7.5 minutes remaining. First quarter, Steelers down 3-0. Trying to capitalize on their opening drive of the game. Washington in motion to the right. Broken eye behind Rodgers. Gets a snap. Turns. Play action pass. Rolling out to the left. Looking to get to the corner of the end zone. He does. Aaron Rodgers in for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Touchdown on the naked boot to the left.
Aaron did not want to go naked boot on that one. He just wanted a nice little dump route right over the top. But you had contact there. Once again, they bang Pat Freiermuth and they bang Darnell Washington, who was going to be the quick little curl guys right in the end zone. So he sees that disruption, and Jonnu Smith also pinned up on that one. So Aaron Rodgers said, why not me in that moment? And that's what this game means. Doing untraditional things, unconventional things at key moments, and Aaron Rodgers there takes it himself and gets a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it was just a complete lack of contain for the Ravens on that left side of the field. Here's Boswell. His extra point is up. His extra point is good. The Steelers have just scored from the Heinz Red Zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz from M&T Bank Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 7, the Ravens 3.
Ford F-Series, a name you'll remember. They're the best-selling trucks in America and the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers, capable of towing, hauling, and being the MVP of your game day tailgate. They're here to help you score big. Go to neighborhoodfordstore.com and enter for a chance to win an F-150. You might just become the talk of Steelers Nation. F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh.
I'm Jamie Bordas. What makes our law firm great are a lot of the same things that make the Steelers great. We're tough. We fight. We win. We understand that it takes great preparation to get great results. We've been successful for years, yet every day we still strive to be better. We're a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers because we're a lot like them. Oh yeah, we also hate the Ravens.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanger.
Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, your trusted Toyota destination on Route 51 South in Pittsburgh. From the sporty Camry to the adventure-ready RAV4 or the tough-as-nails Tacoma, Ken Ganley Toyota is the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle. Need an oil change or new tires? Their certified service technicians keep your Toyota running like new with fast, friendly care. Experience top-notch service, a huge selection, and a team that treats you like family. Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, Route 51 South. Visit KenGanleyToyota.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DBE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDBE, Pittsburgh.
For the world's most complete selection of Steelers merchandise, visit the official Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at shop.steelers.com. Been a while since we witnessed what we just witnessed, Max.
That's correct. First time since November of 2021 that one Mr. Aaron Rodgers has a rushing touchdown. Better than 4 years since the last time we've seen such an anomaly. And this game breeds the unconventional, and right there, an unconventional touchdown for Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
And by the way, to begin that drive, the 53-yard completion to DK Metcalf, as Missy reminding us during the commercial break, 15th reception or 50 or more yards for DK Metcalf since he entered the league in 2019. That is tied for the most in that category. Here's the kickoff, and it comes down to Rasheen Ali at the 6-yard line, straight in the middle of the field, angles to the left, and gets chopped down as he gets to the 25-yard line, as it's Carson Bruner who stops him there, and that is where the Ravens will have their second possession. By the way, the Ravens, this is kind of there's some strengths on this team, but Ravens third down offense, Steelers third down defense, neither of these have been strengths for either team. The Ravens converted the long pass to Flowers, then the Steelers stopped them on the other third down to force them to the field goal. So something to keep an eye on throughout the course of this game.
It is, and you know, for Lamar Jackson, 3 straight starts with no total touchdowns for him, and then also there's 8 straight games with no rushing touchdown. So something to keep an eye on as well.
Play action pass. Lamar is going to keep, runs up the middle of the field, and then just settles down as he crosses the 30 and picks up about 4 on that first down run and got up and ball kind of moving around a little bit. Now, Lamar, he's had leg issues, and then this week he got his ankle rolled on during practice.
Practice got stepped on, yeah.
He has not been the same running Lamar Jackson that we've seen in years past.
And that play right there is another indicative moment. He's clearing in the pocket. He has a lead blocker out front of him, and he just takes the knee and kind of slides awkwardly in that moment. So, yeah, this is not the same Lamar Jackson we're used to seeing as far as a mobility aspect.
2nd and 5, and Jackson hands to Henry off the left side. Oh, he is hammered as he gets to the line of scrimmage, hit hard, and it was Cam Hayward out there. We saw Logan Lee. We saw Harrison, a lot of guys out there defensively for the Steelers, and that handoff came to an abrupt halt.
That was, and Patrick Queen, the first guy to get a piece off of Derrick Henry, and then Alex Highsmith does the shoulder charge, and then everybody else converges in. That's the effort you're going to need in this game, is everybody swarming to the football, no bad eyes, good eye discipline to make sure they're getting the job done.
And just mention that third down, how the Steelers defense has struggled, the Ravens offense has struggled at these moments. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun in this 3rd and 5. Ball at the 31-yard line, gets a snap. Steelers bringing pressure. Jackson back. And under duress, and down he goes, sacked inside the 25-yard line, and it's Brandon Echols coming up with his first sack of the season.
Nickel blitz off the backside, and once again, this is something that a traditional Lamar Jackson is not susceptible to. He usually breaks through those guys, especially undersized guys like a Brandon Echols working on an offensive lineman. Great spin move, by the way, by Echols, but he usually gets out of those. So this is not the same Lamar Jackson we're dealing with. So the pressure's going to get to him a little bit more than he's used to, and now the Ravens are punting.
Jordan Stout, one of the best punters in the league, punting away to Calvin Austin with Keyshawn Williams not playing. And this is a shank kick, and it's going to roll to Austin at the 29-yard line and gets out of bounds, guided there by Keandre Jackson at the 32-yard line. So pretty decent starting field position for the Steelers. 4:53 remains in the first quarter from M&T Bank Stadium. Steelers football continues with a score: the Steelers 7, the Ravens 3.
Ford F-Series, a name you'll remember. They're the best-selling trucks in America and the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers, capable of towing, hauling, and being the MVP of your game day tailgate. They're here to help you score big. Go to neighborhoodfordstore.com and enter for a chance to win an F-150. You might just become the talk of Steelers Nation. F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years, strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next, because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Great googly moogly, this one's got hearts. And it's only at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 pizza. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Greg Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Mission. Order one today online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
This season, the law firm of Bordas & Bordas will make a $500 donation to the Ronald McDonald House for every sack by the Steelers defense this preseason and regular season. The Steelers defense has collected 40 sacks so far this season, and Bordas & Bordas is on pace to donate $20,000 to the Ronald McDonald House. Bordas & Bordas fighting for justice. Brandon Echols is sacked the 28th time that Lamar Jackson has been sacked this year. And keep in mind, he missed several games as well.
It's 5 games. So a high number for him in that last series. His mobility did not look that great on those 3 plays for that 3 and out by the Ravens.
Shotgun for Aaron Rodgers, ball at the 32-yard line of the Steelers. Jalen Warren to his right. Now the motion man is Pratt Freiermuth, right to left. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass. Looking and throws out to the right flat to Warren on a little screen. He bounces it to the outside, gets across the 35 to about the 36, a pickup of about 4 on that first down play.
Nice lead blocking there by Jonnu Smith on the swing route out to Jalen Warren to the right side. And Jonnu just does a great job of really locking up the cornerback in that moment. I think that was Kyle Hamilton that he had locked up in that moment, and Jalen Warren able to squeeze through and get some positive yardage.
2nd and 6, 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in this first half. Rodgers now under center with Warren as a lone setback. DK Metcalf split out to the left. Adam Thielen is to the right of the formation. Now Rodgers talks to him, gestures out to the left, settles back under center. 2-1 on the play clock, gets a snap off, gives to Warren. Warren dances to the outside, spins, and gets across the 40 to about the 41-yard line, and penetration on that play. Good little spin move there on the inside.
And good second effort by Ben Skoranek, who was playing off the edge. Him and Thielen were the 2 receivers in a tight twin to the right. Great job of pushing that forward, allowing for that spin move by Warren to get up there and to get into this 3rd and short situation.
3rd, and they're calling it a long one just outside of the 40-yard line, has to get to the 42. Warren remains into the game. He is to the right of Rodgers. Motion man is Austin to the left. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, part of 3 receivers to the left. Warren now flops right to left in the shotgun. Rodgers stomps the foot, gets a snap, looking left, and the Ravens bringing pressure. Ducks out of the sack as Rodgers, rolling out to the right, looking downfield, throws underneath. Is it inbounds? It's caught. Yes, it is a reception. Calvin Austin with a grab. Houdini by Rodgers out there.
There's a youth movement here by number 8. I don't know what he's had. I love it right now. Able to get out of the sack, roll out to the right. Calvin Austin, double toe tap as he's falling out of bounds. Just an expertly thrown ball. And I'm watching the replay. He had about 4 inches to work with both toes down. Great play, great freestyle by Aaron Rodgers.
Now here comes a challenge flag, and the Steelers, boy, Aaron Rodgers is hot because they were trying to get the personnel out on the field, and it took them a while, guys running in and out. Now, again, we're looking at this. We thought the first one might be incomplete. This one looks to me like a catch.
This one looks easy, a lot easier.
Baltimore is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. The previous play is under further review.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 1 right now.
Well, and also, well, no,
I'll be 1 for 2.
I did say that the knee was down.
Yeah.
So I did call it.
You influenced me with the ball.
The pass is incomplete.
Oh. Okay, we're 0 for 2.
Teams will set the game clock to 3 minutes and 14 seconds. 3-1-4.
The ball in that moment, Calvin Austin caught it with his forearms instead of with his hands, which we initially saw.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball slipping, and then he regains possession. It doesn't go to the ground, but he's out of bounds by the time he secures that pass. So that isn't, well,
I think that was the argument we were trying to make with Flowers, right? That he didn't have it secure.
And the ball was still moving.
It's clearly moving here, though.
Yeah, from that angle.
The one with Flowers, it kind of moved around a little bit, never really left his grasp. Was when it kind of slid down the front of his jersey, so
and was
no
on his
completion.
thigh. It was done.
And they were trying to get the snap quickly there, and they just didn't have the right personnel out. And so now it'll be no conversion, a 3-and-out, and Corliss Waitman back to boot it away. LeJontay Wester to receive for the Ravens. And here's the snap. It's a good one. Left-footed boot. High,
beautiful.
Spiraling kick. Wester calling for a fair catch at his 11-yard line. Excellent kick there with no return by Corliss Waitman. A reminder that our next broadcast on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network will be Monday, December 15th, when the Pittsburgh Steelers host the Miami Dolphins. Steelers Audio Network coverage will begin at 6:15 on Monday the 15th. 48-yard punt, no return, so 48-yard net. You'll take that every time.
Absolutely, and Brent Skoranek, the first man down there to force the fair catch, because LeJontay Wester, very speedy return guy, hasn't really caught on as a wide receiver yet for the squad, which I'm surprised by, because he was a heck of a receiver for Colorado a year ago with Shadur Sanders and Travis Hunter.
So ball at the 11-yard line of the Ravens, moving left to right in front of us. 3:07 remains first half in the pistol formation. The handoff to Keaton Mitchell, and Mitchell sprinting wide left, gets to about the 15-yard line, so picks up about 4 on that first down run.
A lot of yardage. Sideways. They didn't count in the vertical game.
Trying to take advantage of that speed, because he's a very fast runner.
Fast.
Couldn't quite get to the edge. Strung out pretty well as Pierre nudged him out of bounds.
Well, and a good job by the defense not to get pinned on that one, because that was what happened a week ago. Was you had the pin coming inside out on the blocking, which created those edges for James Cook to work. Not working on that play.
Trips to the left of the formation, but likely in motion. Now they give under the lay to Mitchell, trying to find a hole. Looked like there was one for a moment, and then it was closed down quickly as Y.A. Black and Jalen Ramsey, I beg your pardon, that's Patrick Queen, were in on the stop. And now the Ravens moving quickly here on a 3rd and 4. Right to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 17-yard line. Jackson with a snap. Back to pass. Looking now. Rolling to the left. Back to the right. Zipping forward. Wants to run. And is able to pick up the first down across the 25 and out to the 26. Dancing around in the pocket. Heading straight upfield. And that looked like the Lamar Jackson we're used to seeing.
It was. And that pressure was easy to read. You know, Cam Hayward was the first one to really force the action, but everything cleared out because of the deep route. So there was a soft spot in the middle. Malik Harrison able to stop it, but not before getting the first down.
And the danger when you have clear out routes or man-to-man coverage when Lamar's back there at the quarterback position. Mitchell remains in the game. He is to the left of Jackson now. Motions to the right. Jackson the snap, looking left, and incomplete, intended on the slant for DeAndre Hopkins. And here comes a flag as Hopkins was complaining, and they're going to call it on Joey Porter Jr., I would assume.
Yeah, Joey Porter was working man-to-man on the
Pass
outside.
interference. Defense number 24. And the ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
Very ticky-tack, because that was a one-step slant. And there was a lot of hand fighting between DeAndre Hopkins and Joey Porter. And as he went to try and get back around him, there might have been a slight hook on the backside that jettisoned. It doesn't look like that big. It's a small grab or tug. But
got a little bit of the jersey on the break, but I mean, usually that's the kind of stuff they let go, Max.
They do normally, but right now that did not clear, and now they get the first down to start the drive again after that penalty.
So clock stop, 1:26 remaining in the first quarter. Ball at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Snap to Lamar Jackson, rolling out to his right, looking, is going to throw, has a man open. It's Flowers, and Flowers out of bounds along the near sideline as Lamar had him wide open and just threw it too high and too far outside.
And this one was crazy because he had both feet that were there, but for whatever reason, he kind of hitched it, and that left foot hit out of bounds before getting the right foot down. So just a slight drift, and the left foot's what makes that incomplete. So a great job, great heads up by the side judge to see that and not call that a completion.
So 2nd and 10 as Jackson has missed some of those throws this year. Used to seeing him make those throws. Flowers was open, but 2nd and 10. Motion man once again likely moving to the right. Here's Keaton Mitchell on a cutback, finding a lot of room, and then the hole closes as he gets out close to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 6. Started left and cut back. We saw that play a lot last week against the Buffalo Bills.
We did, and when you have a guy like Keaton Mitchell, and what the Ravens did in that moment to create that was they had a stack to the outside, so it moved Peyton Wilson out, so it created a less than good box for the run game, and then everybody flowed left, allowing for that cutback, but still a good job of closing it down and preventing the first down and getting a 3rd and 5.
Yep, and the Ravens right now 2 for 4 on 3rd down as Jackson gets a snap. Back to pass. Steelers bringing 5. Jackson throws crossing pattern incomplete into and out of the hands of his intended receiver Flowers with Eccles in trail coverage, and out comes the punt unit for the Ravens.
Second time in a row you've seen the Steelers stop the Ravens on their side of the field and force the punt. Ball hits Zay Flowers in stride, but just a little high outside of the framework that receivers usually like to catch it a little bit high, and so Zay Flowers not able to come down with it. Great trail coverage by Brandon Eccles, so he didn't have a second shot at that ball.
Well, critiqued Lamar for not making that first throw, but that's one Flowers I'm sure will tell you that he should have caught. Now the punt, and boy, Austin driven back all the way to his 12-yard line, starts up the left side of the field, steps out of bounds around the 20, which is where the Steelers will take over with 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here are the latest NFL scores brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Seattle and Atlanta tied at 3 in the second. Tennessee leads Cleveland 14-3 in the first. Cincinnati in snowy Buffalo.
Super snowy and slushy.
14-3 in the second quarter. Jacksonville on top of Indianapolis 14-7. Minnesota leads Washington 7-0. Miami all over the Jets. Of course, we'll see Miami next week. 21-0 the score there. New Orleans and Tampa tied at 7 in the second quarter.
And that just, when you hear those scores about the team that you played, and then the following week they're just getting beat by somebody that you already beat, it's a little maddening at times. But hey, can't worry about the past. You can only affect the now and moving forward. And so for the Steelers, a great opportunity here to kind of lead in this game. Have a 7-3 advantage right now. 25 seconds left in the quarter. So we won't see one record broken of the more than 7 in the first quarter.
So heavy setting. Caleb Johnson, the lone setback behind Aaron Rodgers under center. Rodgers gets the snap, hands off to the left to Johnson, cuts back to the right, squeezes through a hole, picks up 5 out to the 25-yard line on what we presume will be the final play here of this first half. So Caleb Johnson, good to see him getting into the flow early on here.
Yeah, get the rookie back involved. Try some different things, right? I mean, you have Kenneth Gainwell and Jaylen Warren as your major backs, but having Caleb Johnson in there as a change-up physical back to run up in between the tackles is a nice change-up.
Time to make the switch to the second quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank, for what's next, member FDIC, equal housing lender. With a score, the Steelers 7, the Ravens 3. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Santa Fe, or get up to $42.50 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Offers end January 2nd. Call 202-929-0073 for details.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident and you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us, if you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Football is all about protection. Protect the ball, the QB, the lead. With Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace, you can protect yourself with high-quality health coverage, so you're not blindsided by medical bills. It's open enrollment time for all Pennsylvanians to apply, shop, and enroll at penny.com. That's PENNIE.com. Deadline is December 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
First play, second quarter, getting ready to go. Steelers moving left to right in front of us. They have the ball. They 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line, their own 25-yard line. Ravens took their opening drive, marched at 9 plays, 55 yards, took 402, 36-yard field goal from Tyler Loop. The Steelers bounced back, 8 plays, 65-yard drive. The first play, a 53-yard bomb to DK Metcalf. And then Aaron Rodgers, his first rushing touchdown, Max, since November of 2021.
Good job by Aaron. Now we're going to need to see a little bit of heroics here. Got stymied on the last drive. Let's see if they can keep this one going.
Rodgers in the shotgun, play action pass, looking to throw over the middle of the field and into and out of the hands of DK Metcalf. Would have been a good catch, but it was an excellent throw. And DK probably would tell you he should have caught that one.
And that one, pressure in Rodgers' face at the amazing. Zach Frazier got pushed back into his legs as he tried to release that one, so couldn't drive into the ball as he would have liked to.
And as I looked at that again, maybe a foot too far for DK. Got one hand on it, did not get both hands on it. Gainwell motions back next to Rodgers in the shotgun. Aaron steps up to the line of scrimmage, communicating with his offensive lineman. Ravens showing 4-man rush. They bring a lot of different kinds of pressure. And they'll bring 4 this time. Rodgers back, throws underneath. This is complete, and heading upfield and picking up the first down is Kenny Gainwell. It's a Ravens defense that's not great defending throws to running backs, and that's a big pickup on first down for a first down.
No, you have a lot of youth on that Ravens second level. So Roquan Smith, who normally would be in that situation, playing off in the zone. So Teddy Buchanan in there as the receiver on Kenny Gainwell, who's very skilled at catching the ball out of the backfield.
Steelers right back to the line of scrimmage, no huddle, snap to Rodgers, pump fakes to the left, comes back to the right, and then throws and finds some grass to throw the incompletion. With Darnell Washington somewhat in the area, it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, threw it between Kenny Gainwell and Darnell Washington on the right seam side, but pressure up the front by the young man Travis Jones in the second year. A skilled pass rusher just gets in the face of Rodgers, and he has to kind of sidearm it there to avoid the sack.
Green was the guy that Rodgers ducked underneath. We thought for a first down on that play that was ruled an incompletion after the challenge by the Ravens. And so now a 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. 14-19 remains in the second quarter. Ball on the 31-yard line of the Steelers. Moving left to right in front of us here at M&T Bank Stadium. Rodgers gets a snap, and now flag comes in, and somebody moved early on the Steelers.
False start.
Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Come on, AP.
And there's Pete. Whistled for that pre-snap infraction. Brings up a 2nd and 15.
Oh, I saw it. The left knee flinch on the outside going up against Van Noy on that play. And yeah, that's a frustrating. Once again, we talk about it's one thing to get holding penalties, a little extra effort, late whistle type of personal fouls, but the pre-snap penalties, those are in the unforgivable zone. You know the snap count as offensive lineman. You got to hold your water.
2nd and 15. Ravens showing blitz. They have one of the lowest sack percentages in the NFL, although that has gotten better. They will bring the blitz. Rodgers steps up, throws underneath Darnell Washington right up the middle of the field and gets out to about the 39-yard line before Kyle Hamilton and others bring him down. And Darnell is getting up very, very slowly. In fact, he's not getting up now.
And Darnell just a little delay circle route right on the seam, but gets hit in the ankle area low and up top. Now, so it looked like
Gilman low and Hamilton high. The old low high from opposite sides.
It was, and so getting some extra attention looked at by Darnell Washington in that moment. Has his arm around DK Metcalf, who's helping him off the field in that moment. So that's a big one because, you look at that and you're just like, man, Darnell Washington, such a deep threat and target in the middle of the field. He controls those seams when he gets going, and it takes more than one guy to hit him down, but in that moment. Tough situation. He's now able to walk off on his own power, which is a good sign. But imagine he'll be going to the tent to get checked on further.
There's a 12-yard pickup that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for this Steelers. So Darnell Washington certainly won't be here for this snap, and he is being guided over to the blue tent on the far side of the field.
Another 3rd and short here for the Steelers. Need a conversion to get over, to keep this drive going, because this is one of the things we talked about. The Steelers, like, not a lot of possessions. This week we got a lot of stats and news about how many more plays the defense has played than the offense. This is a great opportunity for the offense to keep this drive alive and give your defense an extra rest.
Kenny Gainwell motions out to the left, empty set for Rodgers. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ravens bringing 4. Rodgers lofting deep up the right sideline and caught by DK Metcalf inside the 35-yard line. Another beautiful throw up the sideline and a terrific catch by DK Metcalf.
And working on Nate Wiggins in this moment has a minute, but a beautiful catch by DK Metcalf. Keeps possession as he goes out of bounds. And what a tremendous job. Nate Wiggins missed the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and Wiggins, by the way, back into the game, guarding Metcalf there after that 27-yard pickup. They go back to Metcalf up the right sideline, incomplete pass. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Like I was saying, Nate Wiggins been injured the last couple of weeks, back in action here. And we know normally the Ravens will usually travel, and they'll travel Marlon Humphreys with the number 1 receiver. But right here playing zones, and you have Marlon Humphrey working the other side, and you have some extra help and assistance by Malachi Starks coming over the top to try and defend DK in a bracket.
Wiggins, by the way, their leading interceptor with 3 interceptions on the season. So now 2nd and 10, ball at the 33-yard line of the Ravens. Snap to Rodgers, back to pass in the shotgun. Looking, throws out right in the right flat to Gainwell. Heads up the sideline, grabbed by Alohi Gilman. Flag comes in, and the ball is spotted right now inside the 25, about a yard short of the first down. But let's see what this call is. And it's going to be something against the Ravens.
Is that a face mask? I think it might have been face mask. I'm not sure if that was Alohi Gilman or Nate Wiggins who were working on that side.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 12. The penalty's half the distance to the goal with an automatic first down.
And that's your answer. It's on Gilman, as the Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. Now, the Steelers red zone offense, 5th in the NFL. The red zone defense for the Ravens, they're 6th best, so strength on strength here. And boy, oh boy, would you love a touchdown here if you're the Steelers.
This would be a nice gain here for the Steelers. New set of downs, and they can still get a first down if they can get inside the 2-yard line in this red zone. So very heads up. You got to get at least 10 yards here.
Rodgers has Warren to his right. Communicating in the shotgun. Looking back to his left. Brings a man in motion. That's Gainwell. And the little shovel pass to Gainwell, moving to the right, and not really anything there at all as he's stretched out along the near sideline and knocked out of bounds by Gilman, and no gain on that play, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Steelers.
And Kyle Van Noy, the first man up that forced the bow out of Gainwell, he was the uncovered guy, the guy that had to either make the decision to go down or play contain. He played contain, and of course guessed right, not allowing a big gain for the Steelers. But good heads-up play by Kenneth Gainwell to get at least to the line of scrimmage so you didn't lose any yardage.
A little pop pass gains nothing. Now 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Gainwell will do the orbit motion behind Rodgers, who fakes him, now comes back to the left flat for Gainwell. Gainwell shrugs off a tackle attempt by Humphrey, is knocked out of bounds by Roquan Smith. They're going to mark him down at the 7-yard line, so a pickup of 5 for Gainwell. Nice job of eluding that tackle. He checks out, Warren checks in, and it's a 3rd and 5 for the Steelers.
If Aaron gets that out just a little, he kind of hesitated a little bit. Andrews Peak gave up a little bit too much ground, so he pump faked in that direction, then went right back to him. So the defense was able to catch eyes and get something on that, but he was wide open if he threw it immediately out on the swing route.
11:30 and counting remaining here in the second quarter. Steelers up 7-3. The ball marked just inside the 8-yard line of the Ravens. Motion man is Calvin Austin, left to right. And now Aaron Rodgers wants a timeout. Didn't like what he saw, so second time out for the Steelers. We've already used one on the challenge, but this is the critical play to try to get right here, Max.
And this is a third down. Like I said, you need to get these 5 yards to get a new set of downs at least. Like, that's the minimum you can go for this. So make sure that you are correct on this. Last time we were down there, they went down to fourth down trying to convert for that new set of downs. So you want to try to prevent that and try and get a third down conversion.
So the Steelers will have the ball with a 3rd and 5. And there is 11:19 remaining here in this first half. By the way, milestone for DK Metcalf as he goes over 7,000 yards receiving in his fine career.
That's an amazing accomplishment for DK, and we hope to continue to build on that this season and get him to 1,000 yards receiving as a receiver for the Black and Gold in his first year.
So the timeout is over. The Steelers in the huddle. The Ravens have spread out defensively in front of us. As the Steelers moving left to right now on this 3rd and 5. Crowded M&T Bank Stadium. First time we've heard them really be loud, but there's a lot of terrible towels twirling in Baltimore as well. Rodgers steps to the line of scrimmage, wants the snap, clapping his hands, gets the snap, throws out to Gainwell, screen in the right flat, stumbles, loses his footing, and is taken down just short of the 5-yard line. Looked like there was something there, Max, and he just couldn't get the legs moving.
And for whatever reason, when he went to make the cutback, kind of slid and that ankle twisted a little bit, and Kenneth Gainwell got up a little gingerly. He was kind of limping to the sidelines there, so made the move and kind of lost his footing. And I thought the field looked actually pretty good when I was down there earlier in pregame, but apparently a little kick up of dirt there on the cutback lane.
So 23-yard field goal attempt here. Kuntz the snap, Waitman the hold, and the kick by Boswell is up, and it is good. And at the 10:39 mark of the second quarter, the Steelers have just scored from the Heinz Red Zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. From M&T Bank Stadium, Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 10, the Ravens 3.
At Washington and Jefferson College, we don't just equip you for what's next. We empower you to adapt and thrive. At W&J, bold academics meet professors who coach you to succeed. Real-world experience is built into every major. So when you graduate, you're not just ready, you're game ready. Schedule your campus visit today at washjeff.edu. That's washjeff.edu, and see where your journey begins. Washington and Jefferson College, where you learn to adapt to any challenge and thrive in the ever-changing world. NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers' 12-play, 75-yard drive took 4 minutes and 46 seconds, concluded with a Chris Boswell 23-yard field goal. 10:39 remains in the first half. The Steelers leading the Ravens 10-3. The Ravens getting set to receive this kickoff from Chris Boswell, moving right to left in front of us with Ali and Mitchell back deep for the Ravens. Now the signal that play can begin. Boswell takes a couple steps back. Make sure everybody's set. Now boots it away. He's going to go with a low liner, which is taken by Mitchell at the 5-yard line. Angles to the left, crosses the 20, the 25. Carson Bruner tracks him down. Another special teams tackle for him. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line as we head down to Missy Starks with an injury update. Missy?
Well, guys, no official word in terms of Darnell Washington, but he has left the field under his own power of walking off. Did not have his helmet and was with the NFL Red Hat, which usually means they might be evaluating him. He's in the Steelers locker room. I'll keep you posted as I get more information.
Missy, thank you very much. Today's first half sideline reports are brought to you by Howard Hanna. Win big with Howard Hanna, a proud real estate partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Broken eye behind Lamar Jackson with Ricard in at the fullback, and the tailback is Henry. The fake to him and the throw out to the left flat to Flowers. Flag comes down. Now,
face mask.
Was this a face mask on Highsmith? Potentially. It looked like the flag came in before that, though.
Oh, it might have been ineligible downfield, or as we call in our O-line room, legal man downfield.
And maybe a push off here on the Ravens.
An eligible player downfield, offense number 79. That penalty decline. Second down.
Can't play whirling dervish there, Ronnie Stanley.
So no gain in the play. Steelers elect to decline the penalty to bring up the 2nd and 10. Clock stop, 10:26 remaining. Actually, they're going to say he lost a yard back to the 25, so 2nd and 11 as the Ravens break the huddle. Mitchell's checked into the game. Henry out. That's always a good sign for the Steelers. Well, let's not speak too soon. Trips to the right now as Mitchell motions out to the right. Lamar Jackson back to pass. Looking, throws on the quick slant underneath. And this is Zay Flowers zipping right to left and gets across the 30 and out to the 32-yard line. Boy, he is quick. And the tackle there by Joey Porter Jr. But again, it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 here for the Ravens.
And Zay Flowers had a great lead block. They ran the trips to the right, almost like a loose triangle bunch, and he came underneath both of those guys and ducked behind a lineman that was actually running upfield to try and create some extra space. But good job of tracking him down and not letting him get any additional yardage.
3rd and 4. Rasheen Ali is to the right of Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. 2 receivers split to each side. Steelers showing 4-man rush here. Flowers motions to the right. Snap to Jackson. Back to pass. Looking, steps up in the pocket. Moving to the right, trying to get to the edge. And it's going to loft downfield. One-handed pickoff by James Pierre. And Pierre down the left sideline. Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Leaping one-handed interception by James Pierre.
Mossed. I've been waiting to say that. That was a beautiful job because you had Y.A. Black that forced Lamar Jackson a little bit further laterally, and then, of course, a pressure by Peyton Wilson coming up, and James Pierre running the layer, and just a little pop pass by Lamar, and James Pierre went and high pointed the football as though he's going down for a rebound, snatches it out of the air, and what a great turnover here for the Steelers, and the slump for Lamar Jackson continues.
And James Pierre has a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and then that interception. Boy, what a story he has been for the Steelers, as the ball is going to be marked at the 36-yard line of the Ravens. So now the Steelers up 10-3 with 9:21 remaining in the second quarter. Boy, a chance to add to this lead clearly here.
Yeah, 22 takeaways now for the Steelers, which ranks 2nd in the NFL, but we're number 1 with 91 points off of takeaways in NFL ranking. So a good sign there for the Steelers.
Rodgers under center has Jalen Warren as the lone setback. DK Metcalf in motion and now settles back to the right. Here's a handoff to Warren. Starts to the left, cuts back to the right. Ajabo makes the tackle, so no gain. Maybe a yard. Let's give him a yard to the 35 and call it 2nd and 9.
Playing compressed 3-4 formation for the Steelers, and just pressure up front on Spencer Anderson right at that right tight end position on the right side. Just too much pressure there by Ajabo. Makes the play on Jalen Warren.
17 in the play clock as the Steelers break the huddle. Warren remains in the game. Rodgers in the shotgun has Warren to his left. Remember, no Darnell Washington. 2 receivers put to the right, 1 to the left. Rodgers signaling to his offensive lineman, now gets a snap. Back to pass, looking, moves out to his right, rolling downfield, fires, and it is a sliding grab by Ben Skoranek just inside the sideline down at the 22-yard line. So nice hook up there for Rodgers and Skoranek.
They've got a great connection when things break down, and there was great protection there by the offensive line, but Skoranek sees the flow by Aaron Rodgers, works his way back towards the football underneath Marlon Humphreys, and a sliding almost, ground ball type of save type of catch to get the next fresh set of downs and be on the fringe of the red zone.
Fourth reception for Skowronek. That one picked up 13 yards down to the 22. Rodgers under center now. Power to the right of the formation. And the quick throw out to the left. DK Metcalf bobbling, grab, and heads up field, and is tackled as he gets down to about the 17. So pick up a 5. Looked like that was just one of those eye contact plays. Sees him there and zips it out to him.
Call it the now route. It's like when you see off coverage and you know that you have everything compressed in the line, Aaron Rodgers, a savvy vet, just looks out and says, you know what? Give it to him now. It's off script. They were running a run play, but here, that's better than a run on the conversion.
Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. 2nd and 5 at the 7:20 mark here of the first half. Rodgers in the shotgun. 4 receivers bunched to the left, and now Jonnu Smith will motion to the right. Actually, it's 2 receivers to the left now. Hayward will settle inside at a tight end position. Looks like some communication issues here for the Steelers offensively. 6 on the play clock, and now Baltimore uses a timeout. And I think if you're the Steelers, you're probably pretty happy with that.
You are, because Baltimore was showing 0 blitz. There was no deep safety. Everybody was on the line of scrimmage at or around it. So you didn't want to have 0 blitz and not have everybody on the same page. Aaron was trying to move guys around the entire time, and I'm glad they called that timeout. That's a saving play because the Steelers only have one more timeout.
Comes to the 7:02 mark here in the first half. By the way, the James Pierre interception, it was the Northwest switch of possession play. Listen to Michelle Michaels tomorrow. Read the cue to call in. Tell her the Northwest Bank switch of possession play and win a $100 Visa gift card courtesy of Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com. Northwest Bank for what's next. So the Steelers will emerge from this this timeout, I beg your pardon, without their tight end, Darnell Washington.
Well, without a tight end. We still got 3 more, but...
Yeah, so he is being examined now for a possible concussion, so his return is questionable. Just got that bit of information. The ball at the 17-yard line. It's set up on the left hash. 7:02 remains here in the first half. The Steelers up 10-3. Looking to add, after that Pierre interception, add to their lead. Rodgers comes out under center as Jalen Warren is the lone setback. Adam Thielen starts in motion to the left, comes back to the right. Play action pass. Rodgers rolling out, throws to Thielen in the right flat, and Thielen will go out of bounds at around the 14-yard line, ushered there by Humphrey. So a short pickup will bring up a 3rd and about 2 or so. First reception for Adam Thielen. Welcome to the Berg.
Welcome to the Berg. Adam Thielen just running a quick little square out on the outside in tight coverage with Marlon Humphreys, but now this puts us in a nice 3rd and short situation. Let's see if they can convert. Steelers have been struggling with that 3rd down and short in this game. We converted one earlier on that first drive that led to the touchdown, but then had to go to 4th down to get a conversion on the previous. So sitting at 1 for 4 or 2 for 4 now on the day.
It's a short 2 needed here. Jonnu Smith is to the left of Rodgers in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking right. Will throw for Metcalf. A lot of contact and no flag with Humphrey in coverage. Incomplete. And now it brings up 4th down. Oh, Aaron Rodgers was sure there was interference there, kind of barking at the officials. No call. And it will be a field goal opportunity here for the Steelers.
That's frustrating because Marlon Humphreys is almost stumbling and all over DK. It wasn't like he turned the head back and made a clear play on the ball. He was stumbling into him and a lot of contact in that moment. So the side judge unmoved by all of that ruckus that was going on between the receiver and DB.
So 32-yard field goal attempt here for Boswell. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick by Boswell is good. And so the Steelers have added to their lead. There is a flag on the play. Wait a minute now. Is this against the Ravens? Spencer Anderson say, come on, bring that offense back on the field.
We're taking this penalty.
The question is it after
Spencer
the
Anderson's
kick?
Celebrating too.
Well, let's see the official. This is an important call. Alex Moore has his crew together. He's going to announce what the call is now.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 98. The penalty's half the distance to the goal. An automatic 1st down.
Travis Jones called, and now the offense does come back out. 3 points come off the board, and this will be marched inside the 10-yard line.
And I'm watching for what they were doing, and Travis Jones contacted the center,
exactly
Christian Kuntz, the long snapper on that one, and you can't touch those guys. They are protected species on the football prairie.
I think Christian's okay. So look, local guy, right? Fine, long snap, willing to take one for the team there. I'm sure.
Listen, tough as nails for a long snapper.
Former linebacker in college. The ball is marked inside the 7-yard line. The Steelers have a 1st and goal from there. 6:10 remains here in this first half as Rodgers has Gainwell behind him as the lone setback. Rodgers is under center. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Rodgers brings Anderson in motion. Will pitch to the left to Gainwell, trying to get to the edge. He's going to get there. Cuts back, and he's in for a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. And so the penalty comes back to haunt the Ravens. 1 play later, officially a 6-yard touchdown run for Kenneth Gainwell.
And Aloy Gilman was doing his best job to try and weave through the traffic off the backside, but a great job by Pat Freiermuth to seal that edge so Kenny Gainwell could get north and south and then evades one additional tackler as he strides into the end zone for the Steelers score. Great job up front. Pat Freiermuth actually got on Roquan Smith on that play. That was a great job, man. Hey, who said Pat Freiermuth can't block?
So now Boswell on to try the extra point. Hold, snap, everything good. Kick is good, and the Steelers at the 6:05 mark of the second quarter have just scored from the Heinz Red Zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz, and from M&T Bank Stadium, Steelers football continues with a score. The Steelers 17, the Ravens 3.
Yo, it's Mark Madden. If you're shopping for a new TV or appliance, Voss TV and Appliance is the only store for you. Voss is a locally owned family business with the buying power of a big box store. Visit my guys Rick or Matt at Voss TV and Appliance and get up to a $3,000 mail-in rebate on Cafe brand appliances. Voss TV and Appliance, serving Pittsburgh more than 6 decades with the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Visit Voss TV and Appliance at VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
You win every time you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. The team there is your first line of defense to help you save time and money with their powerful fleet of delivery trucks, and their new showroom is now open. Score big with Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and more. They've got everything you need under one roof to get you to the red zone. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
There's no place like home for the holidays, and no place like the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event for great deals on the legendary capability of Jeep Wrangler or the luxurious Grand Cherokee. With available 3-row seating and tech that makes every drive feel first class. There's only one most awarded SUV brand built for it all. Jeep. There's only one. Hurry in for festive deals at the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event. Jeep has won more awards over its lifetime than any other SUV brand. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Randy Baumann mornings in Steelers football. DVE.
Kenneth Gainwell finds the end zone for the Steelers. They now take a 17-3 lead over the Ravens. 6:05 left in the first half. And guys, we've seen a rough day for Lamar Jackson that we hope continues over his past 14 quarters. He's not thrown a single touchdown, and he has 4 interceptions. The interception by James Pierre is the 10th interception the Steelers as a team have had against Lamar Jackson. More interceptions than touchdowns. Rob.
Missy Matthews, thank you very much, Missy. Sideline reports today. I think I had Missy with the last name of Starks.
Yeah. You were channeling last year's energy when we were both on the sidelines.
Oh, now here's a kickoff by Boswell. It does not get
short
to the
free
landing
kick.
zone.
Kicking team. Borrow the ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
Well, that is something of a momentum drainer.
And that's uncharacteristic. It's the first time Boz has missed the the landing zones, which is from the 20 to the goal line. Ball lands about 2 yards short of that on a low line driver. So you wonder if it was just the way the ball was set up, because Boz is usually money in those kickoff moments.
Yeah, and look, you're trying to do different things maybe on the kickoff. The ideal kick is that liner, but it's hard.
That Cairo Santos in Chicago. Remember how bad that was for us trying to field that? So I think Boswell was trying one of those.
So ball at the 40-yard line, pistol formation, as Ricard crabs in motion in front of Derrick Henry, who gets a handoff to the left side, and Alex Highsmith tracks him down, a short pickup only of about 2 yards out to the 37-yard line. So Derrick Henry, again, dare I say, has not really been able to get going.
Has not been able to get going. You look at the last four drives for the Ravens. Field goal in the first drive, punt, interception to go. So you want to try and keep that trend going for this Ravens offense that seems to be struggling now his third straight game.
High formation, handoff to Henry. Left and then cuts back to the right, crosses midfield, banged down by Jabril Peppers, but picks up a first down. I believe it was Peppers. Actually, it might have been Malik Harrison, who is down right now at midfield, down and motionless. Now he's gotten up to all fours. Boy, when you see somebody go motionless like that, and it was Harrison on the tackle of Henry, and
I'm watching the replay, and it's like he came in, head was a little bit lower, and caught the forearm of Henry on the tackle. Neck compression, I don't want to speculate anything, but as a guy who's had a neck injury before, it definitely hurts. Yeah,
again, good to see that he's up now, at least on his knees, and being tended to by the Steelers training team. From M&T Bank Stadium, 5:23 remains in the first half. Steelers football continues with the score: the Steelers 17, the Ravens 3.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrissure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky Giordano, one of the largest workers' compensation law firms in the country. We know the playbook on injury law. It's how we've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits. And we know we can do the same for you. Even better, you don't pay a dime until we win your case. One conversation is all it takes to help you and your family get back on track. For any legal needs, give Pond Lehocky a call.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Malik Harrison up, able to walk off the field under his own power after that collision with Derrick Henry. Henry's run has set up the Ravens inside Steelers territory at the 49-yard line. 5:23 remains here in the second quarter. Steelers up 17-3, 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. And now the clock winds as the Ravens break the huddle with Henry as the lone setback behind Lamar Jackson. 3 receivers bunched to the right, 1 to the left. That's Bateman by himself to the bottom of the formation. Play action pass. Jackson rolling out to the right, and a completion along the far sideline. And that is Flowers slung out of bounds there by James Pierre, and that is close to first down yardage. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
And for Lamar Jackson's little quarter rollout, get action going to the left. He turns and circles around, and Zay Flowers running the out route and just speeding past James Pierre to the edge on that play.
So now broken eye formation behind Lamar Jackson with Ricard as the fullback. The lone setback is Henry. Ricard crabs to the left, and here's Henry straight up the gut, and Henry grabbed around the ankle, spun down very close to first down yardage, and it looks like they're going to give him that 1 yard pickup and enough for the first down.
It was just enough, but a great pursuit angle. They ran a counter to the right-hand side, and a great job by Cole Holcomb just to kind of calf rope the ankle of Henry to bring him down before he can get going.
That's exactly what he did. Got him right around the ankle and just hung on. And now the shotgun formation for Lamar Jackson, approaching 4 minutes remaining. First half, Jackson to the right, or I beg your pardon, Henry to the right of Jackson in the formation. Flowers in motion, right to left. Jackson the snap, back to pass, pressure coming, retreats and throws underneath. It's complete to Likely over the middle of the field, and Likely is able to pick up about 7 yards down to the 32-yard line. Is Jackson able to avoid a heavy rush there?
Asezi Odamewo just does a great job of disengaging, does a little subtle strike move to the outside, comes back to the inside, whips the guard's block, and that was Daniel Falele. And right before he's about to make contact with him, that's when Lamar just gets the ball to Isaiah Likely and that pressure relief valve on the scene.
Well, you know the Ravens are thinking 2-score opportunity here because they get the ball to begin. Actually, no, the Steelers get the ball to begin the second half. I beg your pardon.
No double score there.
Yeah, no double score. Here's the jet motion handoff to the left side. Flowers gets down to the 30, and no more than that. So just a short pickup of a yard or two will bring up a third down. So that's, boy, you would love to come up with even just a field goal here for the Steelers would be good news.
It would be, and a great job once again by Cole Holcomb. He was the guy that was playing the edge, and Zay Flowers was looking for a way to cut up to the inside because of the stout pressure on the edge. Couldn't get around the corner. Cole Holcomb just strafed and waited and made the play.
So 3rd and 1 here with the ball at the 30-yard line. Keaton Mitchell is the lone setback. Heavy set here for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson extends both arms. His eligibles do the same. Now Ricard will retreat back, and now a flag comes in as the Ravens, a lot of pre-snap movement. Let's see if it's too much.
Inches on infraction, defense number 56. A 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Man. I'm watching the replay, and he kind of stutters but puts his hands down on a 4-point, but his helmet is across the line, but does not make contact, and the ball's not snapped. So I'm trying to figure out how that became a neutral zone infraction. That's very confusing. That's a very letter of the law, very ticky-tack thing, which this crew has been really following the letter of the law. Most things that usually can go because nobody flinched in that moment, they just put a hand up and the flag got thrown. So very interesting.
So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Jackson gets the snap, throws. It's batted up in the air and incomplete. Oh, that wandered up in the air for a long time and falls incomplete. There is a flag in the play, and it's going to be against the Ravens, I believe.
It might be illegal formation on the right-hand side. Let's see what they say.
Illegal formation. Offense number 79 was not on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So brings up a 2nd and 10. Yep, Ronnie Stanley, the veteran, has that called against him. And you can see what the Steelers are thinking. Boy, you'd love to come up with a stop here, get the ball back, maybe one more opportunity to score here before the half.
And that ball hung in the air. Cam Hayward got a nice tip on that ball. TJ Watt just couldn't locate it. He was the closest man in the area.
Yep. By the way, Malik Harrison is headed to the locker room after he left the field earlier on this drive after a collision with Derrick Henry, who is now behind Lamar Jackson, gets a handoff to the right side and is hit by Keanu Benton, is able to push forward for a couple of yards on the final play here before the 2-minute warning. So nice job by Keanu Benton. Short pickup for the Ravens will bring up a 3rd down and 7. First time for the 2-minute warning timeout, brought to you by Pond Lee Hockey Giordano. Injured at work or in an accident? Call Pond Lee Hockey for a free consultation. Their expert legal team will help every step of the way and get you and your family back on track.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection. Keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough. Like Pittsburgh, they're energy efficient and they look great too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
South Hills Kia is unwrapping amazing December lease deals. Slide into a 2025 Kia Telluride SAWD for just $359 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Or take home a 2026 Kia Sportage LX AWD, only $225 a month for 24 months with $39.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Lease offers exclude taxes and fees. No security deposit required. These offers melt away January 2nd, 2026. Visit southhillskia.net and drive into the new year in style.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
When it comes to your health, trust matters. The expert care here at Independence Health System has been confirmed by Health Grades. These honors reflect more than outstanding outcomes. They reflect the commitment, compassion, and expertise of our clinicians and staff. Every life we touch, every patient we care for, inspires us to keep raising the standard of care for our community. Expert care here at Independence Health System. Visit us at independence.health to learn more.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
All right, we're coming out of the 2-minute warning in the first half. Ravens have a 3rd and 8, an injury update for 2 players, Darnell Washington and Malik Harrison, both dealing with concussions, and they are ruled out for the rest of the game, Rob. Upstairs.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. And that's 2 big losses. Harrison, of course, trying to deal with Derrick Henry in the running game. Darnell Washington has become an integral part of the Steelers' offense. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 23-yard line of the Steelers. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. He has Ali to his right, gets a snap. Steelers bringing pressure. Jackson is hit as he throws underneath and knocked away, intended for Flowers, knocked away by Ramsey, but there is a flag in the Steelers secondary away from where the ball was thrown.
2 flags.
Illegal contact, defense number 24. This is a 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Oh, that is a killer. Second one on Joey Porter Jr. in this first half.
And that happened away from the flow. Lamar Jackson looking all the way to the right, didn't even look to his left, and it happened on the backside with Joey Porter, and it was just contact. Him and DeAndre Hopkins kind of got locked up in that moment, and the illegal contact carried, and now a fresh set of downs. That's not what you wanted to see in a critical moment there for the Steelers, who had a 3rd down conversion loss by the Baltimore offense.
And the Steelers with just 1 timeout remaining here. Let's see how the Ravens handle this with 2 timeouts themselves. Lamar Jackson hands off, and this is Henry off right guard, and Henry will surge inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line, a pickup of 4, close to 5 yards in that first down run. They'll give him 5 at the 13.
And Baltimore does not exercise a timeout here. They're trying to bleed and milk that clock, especially when you get 5 yards on the first play. They're hoping to keep this thing going and not give the Steelers the ball before the end of the half, or at least not in a significant moment where they can utilize it and get down the field.
A 2nd and 5. Jackson under center, as Henry is the lone setback. Motions Flowers left to right. Now he's going to go back right to left. Jackson gets a snap, play action pass. Looking left, steps up, now moving back to the right, and a short completion over the middle of the field. And looks like it's going to be enough for a first down to Rashad Bateman. And so the Ravens, that is the first thing they wanted to do, get that first down and now milk the clock here. And that is exactly what they're going to do. Not calling a timeout. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. It's a first down, and the ball is marked at around the 8-yard line of the Steelers.
Awkward execution on that play because Derrick Henry faked the handoff but then fell down immediately, and I think a lot of eyes went to him, and they kind of lost Rashad Bateman, who ran the quick arrow.
33 seconds left as the pitch to Henry, moving left. Henry cuts back, and Henry is hit and taken down by Alex Highsmith. A pickup of just a yard, maybe a yard and a half, down to about the 6.5-yard line as the Ravens call timeout with 25 seconds remaining here in this first half.
And Alex Highsmith just stringing things out. He's working on Isaiah Likely, then disengages and just snatches Derrick Henry from the side and just yanks him backwards, trying to prevent that forward motion that Derrick Henry likes to get. He gets ahead of steam. He just likes to fall forward, but he's no Jalen Warren.
It's interesting, Max, to me that the Steelers and maybe other teams have been able to do this, pursue quickly to Henry, because we haven't seen a lot of design runs for Lamar Jackson, which usually freezes the backside linebacker, but it doesn't look like they're really worried about that threat. Guys are just flowing at Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they're closing down the line immediately. When we talked about earlier in the second and third drive, like T.J. Watt coming straight down the line, like not looking for the quarterback boot out, and Lamar's not running that fake out the back door that would keep an outside linebacker from the pursuit angle.
So they break the huddle. Alex Highsmith, by the way, off on the sideline after that game, so hobbling a little bit. We'll get you an update on him. On this second and goal now from the 6-yard line. Jackson has Henry to his left as he gets the snap. Back to pass, looking, throws to the right, and nobody there, incomplete, as he was going for Andrews, who wanted a flag. No flag, and we had Chuck Clark in coverage, and so it'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 6.
Raven on former Raven crime right there. Chuck Clark knows Mark Andrews all too well, picks him up and does a great job of being right in front of him, face guarding, gets the hand right in front, and then puts the hand up in the air. Mark Andrews asking for a call, but we haven't seen many of those today.
No, he was trying to buy that one. Last week, by the way, he became the Ravens' career leader in receptions. Did Andrews sign a 3-year contract extension earlier this week. So Ali checks in. He is to the right of Jackson on this 3rd and goal from the 6. Jackson gets a snap, back to pass, looking, moves up to his right, running, and now has room, goes into the end zone for a score. There is a flag down. Right now it is a Ravens touchdown run by Lamar Jackson with 16 seconds remaining in the half. And let's see if this flag, presumably this will be against the Steelers, as the Ravens special teams unit comes out to try to kick this extra point here.
That's frustrating. A lot of good pressure, and then
holding defense. That penalty's declined and go for the crazy touchdown.
We didn't get who that was on, and so the Ravens, boy, that is a big drive for the Ravens. Steelers dominating this first half, up 17-3, and now penning the extra point, probably going to be a 17-10 game going into the half.
Chuck Clark on Mark Andrews had the hold, but T.J. Watt just got absolutely manhandled on the edge. It should have been a holding call on the Ravens, but the Chuck Clark penalty, because it happened right up the seam, the umpire saw that, and that's what the flag that was thrown for the defensive holding.
Tyler Loop, extra point attempt is up, and that extra point attempt by Loop is no good. First one, a second one he's missed all year. He was 29 for 30 on extra points. Oh, you'll take it. Now it's an 8-point game.
Well, hope springs eternal there moment.
Wow, he hooked that in a big way. The wind blowing a little bit that way, but he just hooked it and missed it.
Now, the flags weren't moving enough to make that. He just made a bad play. But, man, you did not want to let Lamar Jackson break his slump, and he does as he's trying to contact. He's trying to find Mark Andrews. I think that's also what led to the decision to run. But Peyton Wilson, just a little bit in trail position, can't make up that speed. Lamar Jackson able to get to the end zone before any Steelers defenders could get to him. But great pass rush up the front that forced Lamar Jackson out of the pocket.
Again, that drive started after the short kickoff that didn't get to the landing zone, so the Ravens are able to march 60 yards down the field, punch it in. 16 seconds remaining. We'll see if that Tyler Loop missed extra point. He's been very, very good for them this year. 22 of 24 on field goals, hasn't missed under 50. Was 29 of 30 on extra points, now 29 of 31. And so it's a 17-9 lead as Loop getting ready to kick it off.
Only 16 seconds left on the clock, so not a lot.
Steelers do have one timeout. And again, sometimes
maybe a good return.
Yeah, sometimes we'll see teams just kick it through the end zone here and not want the return. And Loop lines up. No, he's going to kick it short and high. It's going to be taken by Jalen Warren at the 6-yard line. Heads to the right, looking for a bit of a hole. Not going to find it. Bang down as he gets to the 25-yard line. So 11 seconds remain. The Steelers do have one timeout left, but probably not here.
I would think not, especially when you know that you have the ball coming out of halftime. Regroup, go in. Take a breath. Had a couple of injuries here, trying to resettle and reshuffle everything as you get ready to come out in the second half and try and mount a nice anti-third quarter lull.
Yeah, and in fact, they're going to set up in the victory formation here as Rodgers is going to take the snap and take a knee. That's what he does. and that will be the end of the second quarter. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. With a score, the Steelers 17, the Ravens 9. The UPMC halftime report is up next in the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Parenting is rewarding, but balancing it all can be challenging. Babysitting Logistics is here to help. Founded by childcare professional Jasmine Lane, Babysitting Logistics is a premier babysitting and nanny concierge service that makes family care reliable, seamless, and stress-free. From travel nannies and event childcare to backup care and date night sitters, our trusted team delivers solutions tailored to your family's needs. Visit babysittinglogistics.com today and experience peace of mind with concierge-level care.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation, by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play PA Lottery online and get a first-time deposit match up to $1,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. By Pennsylvania One Call System. Call 811 before you dig. By Pepsi, the official soft drink sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By PNC, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. By Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at the Steelers Pro Shop at shop.steelers.com. By UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And by RE/MAX Select Realty. Visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Welcome to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wes Schuler with you here at M&T Bank Stadium, where it's Pittsburgh 17, Baltimore 9 after 30 minutes. The Steelers' first half recap is brought to you by PNC Bank, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and brilliantly boring since 1865. Baltimore started with the football. Tyler Loop, true from 36 yards out, and the Ravens had an early 3-0 lead. But first drive for the Steelers, they would respond. 8 plays, 65 yards. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown run.
It's a snap. Turns, play action pass, rolling out to the left, looking to get to the corner of the end zone. He does. Aaron Rodgers in for the Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown on the naked boot to the left.
His first rushing touchdown since November of 2021, and he hit the double-check celebration just for the cherry on top, and the Steelers led 7-3 with a little over 7 minutes left in the first quarter. That score would hold until the second quarter. Steelers 12 plays, 75 yards, made it to the 6-yard line, but unable to find the back of the end zone. Chris Boswell, true from 23 out. That gave the Steelers a 10-3 lead. And then just a few minutes later, after getting the ball back, an impressive 6-play, 36-yard movement for the Steelers, and Kenneth Gainwell able to find the end zone.
Pitch to the left to Gainwell, trying to get to the edge. He's going to get there, cuts back, and he's in for a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. And so the penalty comes back to haunt the Ravens. 1 play later, officially a 6-yard touchdown run for Kenneth Gainwell.
And yes, the Steelers had kicked a field goal, but a personal foul on Baltimore gave them the ball back in business, and Gainwell from 6 yards out able to find pay dirt. That made it 17-3 Steelers, pardon me. But then an important drive for Baltimore to end the half to make this a one-possession game once again. 13 plays, 60 yards. Now it was Lamar Jackson's turn to do the quarterback touchdown run from 6 yards out, but Loop missed the extra point. That makes it 17-9 Steelers here at the half. We'll take a look at the NFL scoreboard when we return on the other side. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Chris, owner of Prescott Roofing and Masonry, Pittsburgh's full-service roofing and masonry company. We're your first choice for high-quality roofing and masonry restoration with over 100 years in business and a fifth-generation locally owned company. We've been tackling Pittsburgh roofs since 1906, offering top-quality work at reasonable prices. Shingle, slate, tile, rubber, gutters, copperwork, masonry restoration. We do it all. GAF Master Elite and James Hardy certified. Free estimates and financing available. PrescottRoofing.com.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
You might not see the people's pipelines that deliver you safe, reliable natural gas every day because they are out of sight, hiding beneath your feet. But what's out of your sight is not out of our minds. We move through busy city streets to upgrade the infrastructure that served our region for decades, using state-of-the-art materials that reduce emissions to power homes and businesses with essential energy for generations to come. That's people's commitment to making your life better.
Hi, I'm Megan Calusi of Calusi Chevrolet, and we're thrilled to be able to continue the Red Tag sales event now through the end of the year.
And I'm Tim Calusi, and right now, well-qualified buyers can save up to $9,000 on select Silverado trucks in stock.
Calusi Chevrolet has been a trusted Chevrolet dealer for over 107 years. We'll make it easy for you to buy your next new vehicle.
Find your Red Tag deal today at Calusi.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Your radio home for Steelers football is DBE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers audio network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DBE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDBE, Pittsburgh.
Halftime at M&T Bank Stadium where the Steelers lead the Ravens 17-9. Let's take a look at the NFL scoreboard. It's brought to you by Number One Cochran, the preferred auto group of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rest of the league looking like this. Cincinnati continuing to play well in the return of Joe Burrow. They lead the Bills in Buffalo 21-17 in the third quarter right now. Seattle with a 13-6 lead over the Falcons in Atlanta. Cleveland a 3-point lead, 17-14 over Tennessee at the half. Big one in Jacksonville where the Jags lead the Colts 28-10, and Daniel Jones has an Achilles injury. Not good for Indianapolis. Minnesota 17-0 over Washington. That one in the third quarter. The Dolphins with a comfortable lead over the Jets after 30 minutes, 24-7 at MetLife. And Tampa Bay with a 10-7 advantage over New Orleans at the half. We'll take a look at the first half stats when we return. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Enjoy awesome deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. 2 awesome hours. 5 awesome favorites at discount prices, including our soup, salad, bread, nacho, and dessert bar for only $9.99. $10.99 whitefish, $11.99 soft chicken, and sirloin tips and more. And for our lunch diners, we also have another awesome deal. Get our soup, salad, nacho, bread, and dessert bar for just $9.99. Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Dine-in only. No other discounts apply.
Horses, steak, and sea house. Horses is hospitality.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
You see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3 isn't just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train, build what matters. Take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting wages over $27 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
Tackle any project when you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. They'll put together a game plan that's a winner every time you need materials for your project. And their new showroom is now open. Stop in to check it out and see everything you need in person. Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and much more. They'll help you get to the red zone of your project every time. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
Randy Baumann Mornings and Steelers Football, TVE.
Halftime in Baltimore, the Steelers 17, the Ravens 9. Let's take a look at the first half stats before we get out of here. Brought to you by Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. Individual stats first. Aaron Rodgers, 13 of 20, 148 yards, and the touchdown run. Not a ton going for the Steelers on the ground. Jaylen Warren, 3 for 8. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 7. Caleb Johnson has a carry as well for 5 yards. And in the air, the big 52-yard completion to DK Metcalf in the first half. He's got 4 receptions for 92 yards. Good to see them getting DK going there in the first 30 minutes. Lamar Jackson, 7 of 13 for 64 yards, the 1 interception, the 1 touchdown run as well. Derrick Henry, 11 for 34. Lamar Jackson, 3 carries for 19 yards. Zay Flowers, 4 receptions for 46 yards, likely 2 catches for 13. Team stats. Pretty even here. The Steelers with 9 first downs, the Ravens with 10. Both teams are 3 for 7 on third down conversions. Total net yards, the Steelers with 170, the Ravens with 129. Thanks to Caliente Pizza and Draft House for feeding our crew today back at studio headquarters. Caliente Pizza and Draft House, the pizza of champions. I'm Wes Schuler, and you've been listening to the UPMC Halftime Report. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll have the second half kickoff right after this. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
For more than 65 years, Schneider Downs has provided a full spectrum of business consulting solutions to the Western Pennsylvania region. Tax and accounting, digital solutions and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Perfect for tailgate snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop Don'sAppliances.com.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henny Jewelers. Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
Team's getting ready for the second half kickoff here at M&T Bank Stadium. Today's second half preview is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play to win with the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Missy Matthews with more. Missy?
Well, guys, Coach Tomlin was asked what he likes so far about his team in the first half and just said he likes what they're doing but wants to make sure they keep their foot on the gas because you do not want Lamar Jackson to take it over. And then I overheard Cam Hayward telling the guys as they were coming out of the locker room, we got to take over this third quarter, something we know they've been struggling with recently.
Missy, thank you very much. We talked about that before the game. The Ravens have been an excellent second-half team. The Steelers have not been an excellent second-half team. So they get the ball. This is the 5th time this year that they've gotten the ball to begin the second half. They've lost 4 previous games where they've gotten the ball to begin the second half with a lead. 5th time they had that scenario here today.
And this is going to be a very big first drive. And, the biggest knock has been, well, what are they doing in the halftime adjustments? Well, we're going to see here. Right. And one of the other things to note, you don't have Darnell Washington, who's usually a big part of the offense, especially in the second half of games. So how do you adjust for that? That's going to be a new adjustment. Then, of course, Malik Harrison as well on the defense side, who's been getting a lot more snaps interiorly, a bigger linebacker, also former Raven, who kind of knows Derrick Henry. So we're going to see the adjustments on both sides of the ball really early in the second half.
Here's the kick by Loop, and the Steelers will see that ball go out of bounds. And so they'll get the ball at the 40-yard line, right? So this is a big break for the Steelers here.
I will take that. Listen.
40-yard line. First down.
That's some good starting field position for the Steelers to start this out. So looking, if you're trying to break some of these cycles, that's a good way to start this out for the Steelers. Getting the ball, just shy of midfield. 10 yards shy. That's pretty good starting field position. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, Steelers moving left to right in front of us. They enjoy a 17-9 lead. So, of course, no time elapses. 15 minutes even left here in this third quarter as the Steelers in the white shirts and the gold pants, the Ravens with the white pants and the purple jerseys, and pistol formation here for Rodgers. He has Jalen Warren behind him. Motion man left to right is Jonnu Smith. Rodgers gets the snap back, starts right, now pumps back to the left, looking, pumping, now moving out of the pocket, rolling to his left, looking, fires downfield, has DK Metcalf on the cross into Ravens territory, inside the 20 and all the way down to the 18-yard line, as DK Metcalf had 92 yards receiving in the first half. Rodgers, he's turning back the clock here, Max. Great move, dancing around, what a throw.
Houdini has nothing for him. He said, who's Houdini? David Copperfield. That's what I'm looking after right now. He's a current legend in the magician game, and he just makes a great play. DK breaks off once Aaron Rodgers breaks contained of the pocket, finds him, puts him in stride. What a great first play.
41-yard pickup. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz. Rodgers under center, taps both sides of his helmet. Gestures with his left hand, settles back under center, turns, throws out quickly to Pat Freiermuth in the right flat. Freiermuth is hit by Wiggins, but is able to surge forward and pick up about 3 down to the 16-yard line.
We could go Wiggins, Jones, Gilman. A whole host of Ravens had to take Pat Freiermuth down, who was sitting in the right side slot, just runs a little kind of quick delay string out route and gets a lead block and gets some positive yardage just to get the ball out quick because there was nothing else downfield.
DK Metcalf, by the way, now 5 receptions, 133 yards. Rodgers has been able to push the ball downfield to the Steelers' number 1 receiver. Now Rodgers under center as Thielen starts in motion to the right, moves back to the left. Lone setback is Gainwell. Gets the snap, will give the Gainwell starting to the right. Some penetration, has to cut back to the left, trying to get around the edge and around Wiggins, who is able to grab him as he gets down about the 11-yard line, goes out of bounds there. Now they're going to actually mark him inside the 10, down to the 9, very close to first down yardage. And let's head downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, there is literally a mark on the white part of the field, and Aaron Rodgers made sure to tell the ref, hey, this is exactly where he fell out. That's probably why it is the field position that it is. But good eye by Aaron. I just noticed it. It's very descript.
Good spot, Missy, as the Steelers will now break the huddle on third and about a half a yard, just inside the 10-yard line, opening drive, second half. Here's a handoff. Gainwell left side and leans forward and gets down to the 8-yard line. First down, Steelers.
And a beautiful job. And I'm glad Missy ID'd that, being right there. I was like, why is Aaron trying to tell the referee what to do as though he never does that? But he was pointing down at it and got the additional yard. So great heads-up play. And then right there, bringing Spencer Anderson in motion. He was set up on the left side, a little short motion, ran the lead ISO to the left to get that first down. So great job by Kenny Gainwell to follow the big backside of 74, which is not hard to miss.
And he remains in the game In the left part of the formation is an H-back. He is flanked on the other side by Freiermuth. Rogers under center has Warren as a lone setback. Now motion by Anderson to the right, and the pitch to the right, and Green with the penetration, and Warren is stopped for a loss of a couple back outside the 10-yard line as the fine rookie Mike Green makes the stop.
Mike Green was the guy that Spencer Anderson was trying to hit. Spencer Anderson contacted him, but Mike Green kind of bounced a little bit, able to gather and get underneath Spencer on the second, before the second contact happened, and catching Jalen Warren. That ball's supposed to be forced out. Well, the kick out's supposed to be forced out wider to create a bigger lane for Jalen Warren to cut back into.
11:20 remains, third quarter opening drive for the Steelers. Jalen Warren to the right of Rogers in the shotgun on a 2nd and goal. Rogers leans forward, now lifts the foot, gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, steps, throws over the middle of the field, whistles past Freiermuth, who was being guarded there by Starks, and it'll be incomplete and 3rd down.
Malachi Starks.
Yes, not Max.
Please,
yes.
Let's have the distinction here. Not that I would ever be caught dead in Ravens purple, but at the same time, when you just say Starks, it leaves it a little ambiguous there.
Sorry, correct. Max not out there. It is Malachi Starks, who's an outstanding young player, and kind of had Freiermuth hooked a little bit. Not sure whether he would have been able to get the hands up to make that catch regardless. And now 3rd and goal from just outside the 10-yard line. 3 receivers split to the left, and Gainwell outside the left tackle box. Ravens showing 4-man rush. Rogers gets a snap. Back, looking, moves to his left, dancing, comes back to the right, and misses Gainwell down by the goal line. And he's upset about something as Aaron Rodgers, but it's going to be a field goal situation here for the Steelers. So not a bad way to start the second half, but Rodgers thought he had Gainwell there for a touchdown.
Oh, if he just put it out there a little bit further. He threw it kind of behind Kenneth Gainwell in that moment.
So now a 28-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Steelers moving left to right here. Boswell will set up. And here's the snap. And the hold and the boot, and it is right down the middle. And so the Steelers have taken the opening drive in the second half. First time in their 7 times where they had the ball first to begin the second half, where they have scored to begin the half. The Steelers have just scored from the Heinz Red Zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz. From M&T Bank Stadium, Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 20, the Ravens 9.
Get ready to give back, Steelers Nation, at the Neighborhood Ford Store and U.S. Steel Holiday Food Drive before the next home game on December 15th. We'll be packing the Steelers Ford F-150 located at Acrisure Stadium on Art Rooney Avenue with non-perishable food items to help local families. The first 500 fans to bring at least 2 items will score an exclusive black and gold U.S. Steel Ford t-shirt. Help spread some cheer at the Neighborhood Ford Store and U.S. Steel Holiday Food Drive on December 15th.
84 Lumber is your one-stop destination for top quality materials and personalized service. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a first-time do-it-yourselfer, 84 Lumber is open to the public and ready to help you with your project from estimate to build. Their 14 Pittsburgh area locations are open on Saturdays for your convenience. Don't wait. Visit your local 84 Lumber to stock up on supplies this weekend, and let's get building together.
So, who's up for dessert?
Tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Life has a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers take up the first 4 minutes and 3 seconds of the second half. 10:57 remains. The Chris Boswell field goal has put them up by the score of 20-9. And Boswell getting set to kick off. The Ravens moving right to left in front of us will get the ball for the first time, assuming that they handle it cleanly and don't fumble it for the first time here in the second half.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing.
I put it out there, Max.
Yeah, you put it in the universe, and I appreciate the effort there.
Ali and Mitchell back to receive for the Ravens. And now the signal that it's all clear, ready to play. And Boswell, the approach and the boot. And it is going to be taken by Mitchell all the way back at his 1 yard line, far side of the field. Angles to the left, heads up the middle of the field, has a little bit of a crease, and gets across the 25. And Carson Bruner gets his third tackle on the kickoff now.
That Carson Bruner has been a heat-seeking missile on kickoff coverage unit. And it's awesome to see because we wondered at the beginning of the season, like, hey, what linebackers are you going to keep him? Why are you going to keep him? And Carson Bruner showed those special flashes in the preseason for that, and it's carried over deep into the regular season. So a consistent contributor on the special teams for Carson Bruner.
Ball at the 29-yard line. 2 running backs out there. Keaton Mitchell is in the right slot, and Henry is to the left of Jackson. Now Mitchell motions back, so Henry and Mitchell flanking Lamar Jackson. Handoff to Henry, starts right, cuts back to the left, taken down by Alex Highsmith. A pickup of about 5 or so on that first down run out to the 29-yard line.
And that was close to being a almost negative yardage game by Keanu Benton. The first guy back there just narrowly misses the play, and Derrick Henry able to scoot forward for the additional gain before he's eventually brought down.
They'll officially give him 6 and mark it at the 35-yard line, so it brings up a 2nd and 4. Ricard in as the fullback, and Keaton Mitchell, the lone setback behind Lamar Jackson. Flowers in motion left to right. Here's a snap. They give to Mitchell. Starts on the left side, cuts back to the right, and the combination of Benton and Black brings him down after a 3-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Sounds like a tow truck company. More than a law firm. Benton and Black.
Benton and Black.
Or bail bonds. I don't know.
Well, I like the fact that those two were able to make the stop there to bring up a 3rd and 1. Interesting that Henry wasn't out there, and Mitchell remains out there on a 3rd and 1. Jackson in the shotgun. 2 receivers flanked to the right. Jackson gets a snap, will pitch to Mitchell, and Mitchell some penetration, now finds a hole. Down the left sideline he goes, crosses the 30, crosses the 20, angled off and tackled by Pierre all the way inside the 10-yard line and down close to the 5. Mitchell bursts through the hole on a 3rd and 1 and ripped off a long one for the Ravens.
And that's what Keaton Mitchell can do. And you asked the question, well, why isn't Derrick Henry in there? Because Derrick Henry usually needs about 10-15 yards before he gets going. Keaton Mitchell, as soon as the ball hit him, he was shot out of a cannon. They created a good lane for him to run behind, and James Pierre tried to make the play initially, but then luckily ran down the field, turned the jets on, and stopped him before getting to the end zone.
56-yard pickup. Jackson under center. Gets a snap. Will give straight up the middle to Henry, who was somersaulted, just spun over the top of that pile and dropped, maybe picked up a half a yard or so.
I would say a half a yard is generous. He got cut down like a redwood in the forest immediately, and all you saw was 2 feet, almost like, when they show those cartoons where the kid gets dumped in the trash can, you just got the feet standing up. That's what he looked like by the end of that play.
They'll come out now with 2 receivers to the right, Bateman and Flowers. And Derrick Henry in the formation here as the quarterback, and he takes the ball and heads up inside the 5, and he gets down about the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. Jarrell Peppers and T.J. Watt in on the stop, and so no Lamar Jackson in that formation.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson was split out wide
right.
As a Twins receiver with Zay Flower, so the direct snap to Derrick Henry and the delay. It's almost like he wanted to set up like a quarterback draw almost, except for he's a halfback taking that one. Able to get a little bit of yardage, but great job by T.J. Watt to ID and go and sniff that out and wouldn't let him get any further.
The Ravens have not been good in the red zone after leading in this category a season ago. Jackson gets a snap. Jackson going to run, throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Likely in the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown for the Ravens. So for the second time in this game, they cash in the red zone, and the Ravens have drawn to within 5 here. And we'll see if they decide to kick the extra point or go for 2. Looks like they're going to send out Luke and the kicking unit.
And that play design, Lamar Jackson just steps up, which forced Patrick Queen up. And Jalen Ramsey, who was in trail coverage of Isaiah Likely just wide open in the middle of the end zone. Just a little pop pass to Likely for the touchdown score.
So the Steelers, late substitution to get their unit out there. Now here's the kick by Loop, and that extra point is up and good. And so we now have, with 7:35 remaining in the third quarter, a 4-point game from M&T Bank Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score of the Steelers 20 and the Ravens 16.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next, because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Perfect for tailgate snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop DonsAppliances.com.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Chris, owner of Prescott Roofing and Masonry, Pittsburgh's full-service roofing company, now offering full-service masonry restoration. Chimney repairs and rebuilds, lintel replacements above windows and doors, detailed brick and stone pointing featuring mortar color match, masonry and stepstones, parapet walls, historic masonry restoration. We do it all. Free estimates and financing available. Prescott Roofing online at prescottroofing.com.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin III. Top out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
Here at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, first place in the AFC North is on the line, and each team, the Steelers and Ravens, have scored on their opening possession to begin the second half. The Steelers a field goal. The Ravens respond with a touchdown, and so the Steelers lead has been trimmed to 20-16 with 7:35 remaining in the third quarter. Loop getting set to kick. The Steelers to receive, moving left to right in front of us. And here's Loop with the run-up and the boot. And again, heading towards the sideline, and this time it lands in the field of play, I believe, and it's going to be a touchback. So if it landed in the field of play, the Steelers will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yes, and narrowly.
Oh, it definitely did.
On the one.
It definitely did. So the Steelers will have the ball. They were gifted the ball at the 40.
The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line.
Yep, now it's going to be at the 20.
Exactly.
Stay tuned after the game for the Mike Tomlin post-game press conference, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So DK Metcalf working on a season high performance so far in this game. Let's see how much more we can get to him in this game to continue to affect this game. But the deep ball passing working in this game so far for the Steelers.
An unbalanced line to the left of the formation. You can probably hear the Ravens chant going on in the background here. M&T Bank Stadium starting to come to life a little bit as Rodgers under center will give on the delay. Jalen Warren off the left side, not much, able to pick up maybe 3 on that first down run. Malachi Starks, boy, he is a fine-looking young player, the rookie. comes up and makes the stop after a pickup of 3. So 2nd and 7 for the Steelers.
Yeah, linchpin on those Georgia defenses, and of course coming from a long line of Georgia defenders that have made their way into the NFL. He's no exception to that, but that's what you're going to have to defend against. The Kyle Hamiltons, the Malachi Starkses in that secondary to go with Marlon Humphreys. This was a particular strength for the Ravens this season, has been their secondary.
Pistol formation as Thielen starts in motion to the left, goes back to the right. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass, pumps to the left, now looking, flag coming in that area of holding as the ball is completed to Warren in the right flat. He heads upfield, gets to about the 27-yard line, maybe the 28, but this is going to be coming back here in a hold on the Steelers.
Yeah, it looks like Andrews Pete was the guilty party at left tackle. Let's wait to see what the referee says.
Holding, offense number 71. 2-yard penalty, second down.
And Alex Moore is the referee. And these are the kind of mistakes, Max, that have haunted this team in the second half. They just, in this third quarter, just having a hard time getting going and maybe getting out of their own way at times. And pretty clear.
Yeah, rookie Mike Green got an edge on Andrews Pete. Andrews Pete went for the 3-point takedown.
And unfortunate because he had Steamalla right behind him to pick up Green. So instead of a 3rd and short, it is a 2nd and 17. Empty set here for Rodgers. Ravens showing 4-man rush. That's what they'll bring. Rodgers back, looking, throws left, and it's complete out near the 25-yard line. And once again, that is DK Metcalf, who is having a huge game here for the Steelers. Starks on the stop, so the Steelers able to get a lot of this yardage back, but there is a player down for the Steelers back at the 5-yard line, and it is Pete.
Yeah, Andrews Pete down. He's at least sitting up as he's down, but that's a huge blow. And remember, Calvin Anderson not available, so Dylan Cook could be the first one coming in for the Steelers.
Yep, and it looks like Cook is getting warmed up and getting ready, called up from the practice squad. We'll straighten it out for you when we continue. 6:11 remains here in the third quarter with the score, the Steelers 20, the Ravens 16. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Rob King here, introducing the Wolfley 73 at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. And 73% of every sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know what teamwork and a winning tradition are all about, and so does the team at Calusi Chevrolet. Having been in business for over 107 years, they know what it takes to keep customers coming back year after year. Things like great pricing, great selection, and great service after the sale. So take it from me, Will Howard. There's never been a better time to buy or better dealer to buy from. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The Heavy Secure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now, find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite, if it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone, listen, they're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Cap C, I speak screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me, come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
Home remodeling shouldn't be stressful, and at West Shore Home, they're proving it doesn't have to be. With real-time scheduling and precision scan-to-plan accuracy, they make your remodel fast, easy, and convenient. From tub-to-shower conversions and walk-in tubs to full-bath remodels, windows, and doors, hundreds of thousands of homeowners have trusted West Shore Home for a consistent, reliable experience. And right now, when you buy a full-bath remodel, you'll get a second shower for free. Learn more at westshorebath.com. That's westshorebath.com.
With more than 100 diverse consulting offerings, Schneider Downs doesn't focus on what service to provide, but rather what problems they can help you solve. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management, and financial advisory. Learn more at SchneiderDowns.com.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
A big 3rd and 5 coming up for the Steelers. They still have a 20-16 lead over the Ravens. We are on to our 3rd left tackle of the season. Andrews Pete is in the blue tent now being looked at, and Dylan Cook has taken his position. Guys, he was a quarterback who switched to offensive line at Montana. He also did a little tight end usage on scout team here in Pittsburgh.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ravens showing heavy pressure here at the line of scrimmage. Rogers taps both sides of the helmet. His eligibles do the same. He moves Gainwell up a little closer to the line of scrimmage on the left as he gets a snap back. Lofting left. Has Calvin Austin tripped up as he crosses midfield and gets down to the 45 of the Ravens. Beautifully lofted pass up the left sideline before Awuzie tripped him up.
And just a great job by Calvin Austin at the line of scrimmage. Does a little stutter shake to get the step on Awuzie and puts the hand up and perfect teardrop bucket pass right into the breadbasket of Calvin Austin.
32-yard pickup. The Steelers' long passing game has been in full evidence here today, and an important first down for the Steelers. 5:10 remains here in the third quarter. Rodgers under center. It's a snap and gives to Caleb Johnson, who goes off the right side and is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Caleb Johnson. Second carry of the game for him.
And Travis Jones coming on the backside, just crashing down along with Roquan Smith, making the play in the backfield on Johnson.
Interesting to see Caleb Johnson getting kind of back into the flow here, a little bit at least, with a couple of carries. Jalen Warren has checked back in the game. 4:35 and counting here remaining in this third quarter. Steelers up 20-16 as they break the huddle. Jalen Warren to the right of Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. Two receivers split out to the left, one to the right. It's DK Metcalf here in the near side of the field. Rodgers gets a snap back, will throw left and short to Jalen Warren in the flat, makes a couple men miss, ducks under a tackle, and gets down to the 38-yard line. There was no gain there, and Jalen Warren picked up 7 on his own.
Stop dead in the tracks. But the one thing about Jalen Warren is he's always falling for it. He's also short, so when he ducks down, it's a little bit lower than the average guy. And just two Ravens defenders miss trying to go high on him, and he's able to scoot forward and get a nice positive gain.
3rd and 4. Would still like to pick up a little more yardage here for Chris Boswell at the very least. Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the right, motions and settles back to the right. Warren is to the right of Rodgers in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Back to pass. Throws to Warren in the right flat. Wide open. Scooting down the right sideline. Has room. There is nobody there. And he's in for the score. Jalen Warren, a short pass out to the flat. And he goes 38 yards in for the touchdown. Pittsburgh Steelers add to their lead here.
And you see a lot of confusion. Ravens talking to each other. Alohi Gilman talking with Marlon Humphrey, who was supposed to have him in the flat. And Jalen Warren cruised up the sideline. Nice swing route up the right sideline. He beats his defender who had him in the man position, and Mike Green, and just absolutely great. Third quarter not looking like a lull for this Steelers squad today.
Definitely not. 9 points up on the board already in this third quarter. Chris Boswell looking to make it 10. Here's the kick. It is up. It is good. It is 10. And the lead is 11. Steelers up 27-16 with 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Steelers football continues from M&T Bank Stadium.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Oh, what a great response by the Steelers. 38-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Warren out in the right flat. They enjoy now this 11-point lead. The latest scores from Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Seattle on top of Atlanta 23-9 in the fourth. Tennessee is trailing Cleveland 17-14. Cincinnati and Buffalo 21-18. Cincinnati in the fourth. Jacksonville on top of Indianapolis 28-13 in the third. Minnesota blanking Washington 31-0 in the fourth quarter. Miami on top of the Jets 24-7 in the third, and New Orleans and Tampa Bay knotted at 17 in the third. So Keaton Mitchell, who ripped off that long 56-yard run leading to the Ravens touchdown here in the third quarter, is questionable with a knee. So back to
Not sad about that one.
Back to receive here, Ali and also Wester, normally the punt returner, and it's going to be Ali who's going to take it at the 10-yard line. Moving to the left, crosses the 25, crosses the 30, and is taken down by Skoranek as he gets out to the 36-yard line. Sanders Pete, by the way, being evaluated for possible concussion. He is questionable return for the game. In case you're just joining us, Darnell Washington out with a concussion. Malik Harrison out with a concussion.
That's 3 Steelers out with concussions. And you'd like to say that that's uncharacteristic, but that's characteristic for a Steelers-Ravens game.
It is Steelers-Ravens.
It's physical. It's still physical. Still a physical game, guys, in case anybody was wondering.
So 3:24 remains here in the third quarter. Lamar Jackson comes out in the shotgun. Play action pass. Rolling out to his right. Looking. Wants to come back to his left. Now stops. Tries to jet forward. Is able
Ladies
to
and gentlemen, boys and girls.
And then stretch forward to about the 37. So got out of a sack. Maybe picked up a yard or so to bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 37. Look at Max. He wanted to roll right and come back left to a screen for Henry. That was kind of a weird-looking play.
It was, but Cam Hayward was in trail, and he went and jumped up and kind of distorted the view for Lamar Jackson. So that's when Lamar kind of had to pull it, and T.J. Watt was right there able to take him down.
Ricard motions I formation behind Jackson. Gets the snap and gives to Derrick Henry. Starts left, cuts back to the right, evades a tackle, and then another, and is able to get across the 35. Ball came loose, but he said after Henry was down, he gets out to the 38. To the 43 from the 38. So pickup of about 5 on that play to bring up 3rd and 3.
And Jabril Peppers, Cam Hayward in on that play. Kind of awkward It's been awkward 2 kind of plays with the mechanics for the Ravens on these play designs.
Well, I think that was that design cutback maybe, Max, that we saw be effective for the Bills last week, but Steelers really stringing that out. Now a 3rd and 3. Jackson has Henry to his right, gets a snap, and will keep. And Jackson has all kinds of room around the right edge, and Jalen Ramsey comes flying in to tackle him at the 48. Well, we've seen T.J. Watt staying at home all day because of the threat of that runner crashing down. That time he crashed down. It's been very effective for him, but Lamar kept it and scooted around right in.
Well, you wondered when that was going to be one of those type of plays where he sees the wham motion coming back towards him. He tries to take on that linebacker coming back across in the motion, and Lamar, seeing that he's engaging him, decides to keep it instead of passing the ball off to Derrick Henry.
But Jackson under center now has Henry as a lone setback. Play action pass. Lamar throws, and he has a man wide open at the Steelers 30 up the right side, and that is complete to Bateman, his first reception of the game, and a first down for the Ravens in Steelers territory with 1:10 and counting remaining in this third quarter.
And Rashad Bateman just sits down in the zone. Joey Porter playing outside coverage. Patrick Queen underneath. And Rashad Bateman just takes it and then just cradles it like a baby. Doesn't try and get any additional yardage, any yak after making the reception. Just stays down low, waiting for them to come call the play dead.
So 50 seconds remains here in the third quarter. Jackson in the shotgun has Henry to his right. And he will keep once again on the fake to the left. He heads to the right, finds a little bit of room, and crosses the 25, gets down to the 24. A pickup of 6 yards on that first down run.
Well, Okay, now they're starting to get a beat on what we're doing off the edge. So this is where, if you're the Steelers, need to start reacting a little bit different. First time got TJ Watt. Now they get Nick Herbig, who came in relief of Watt, who played all the way down, and Lamar Jackson kept it and went out the back door.
Yeah, they've been crashing down to slow Henry down from the backside, and now the Ravens have exploited that a couple of times. Ricard Krabs in motion to the right. Here's a handoff to Henry to the right. Starts to the right, cuts back to the left, and gets down to the 15-yard line. Picks up 9 and a first down on the final play here of the third quarter. Time to make the switch to the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank, for what's next, member FDIC, equal housing lender. With a score, the Steelers 27, the Ravens 16. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Hey, Steelers fans. If the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns, you score 2 on the BetMGM app. Download the app and claim a casino bonus when the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns during the regular season. Don't miss your next casino bonus on BetMGM. See BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 and older to wager. PA and West Virginia only. Subject to eligibility requirements. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us. If you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Right now is the best time for you to sell your current home or buy your next one. Don't gamble with your largest asset. It's more important than ever to partner with the right real estate team. At RE/MAX Select Realty, their experienced full-time realtors will help remove the stresses of interest rates, multiple offers, and low inventory. Don't miss this limited opportunity to save on your next move. Call 724-933-6300 or visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Start of the fourth quarter is brought to you by Hyde Park. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for voting Hyde Park best steak in the city. Ravens have the ball moving left to right in front of us here at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. The Steelers enjoying a 27-16 lead. Steelers led at the half 17-9, and now will maintain this lead. They led after the first quarter, led after the second quarter, led after the third quarter. Max, let's hope they lead after the fourth quarter as well.
Yeah, let's keep the momentum going. Good mojo.
Lamar Jackson under center has Henry as a lone setback. He gives to Henry off the right side, and Henry is stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's Y.A. Black who hauls him down for no gain.
Big boy, and a great job by Black because he's got Tyler Linderbaum like hanging on him, and Y.A. Black, I call him Baby Huey because he's so big and does movements not necessarily to make them like demonstrative, but he's just so big it's tough to get around him, and he just makes a great play of having Linderbaum hanging on him and still taking down Derrick Henry. That's a big man.
Well, they'll give him a yard pickup, and now with Keaton Mitchell out, Rasheen Ali is the setback behind Lamar Jackson. Mitchell has been ruled out of the game. Motion man is Flowers left to right, 3 receivers that way. Jackson with the snap and the throw underneath, and it is complete to Ali, and Ali is taken down at the 10. He thinks he wasn't down on the play, but the referee called him down at the 10, and now Brandon Eccles is sprawled out and is slowly getting up to his feet after he made the stop on Ali. Little slip screen with pressure coming.
And that's only the second catch of Rasheen Ali's career. Drafted in the 5th round a year ago for the Ravens, so second year, only has 16 career touches on time. That's his 17th one, so looks super fresh. And It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Elbow went down.
Yeah, the elbow's down.
Yeah, elbow's down. Stop cheering so much. Elbow. Yeah, there we go. Simmer down, fanfare.
Max talking to his favorite group of fans here in the NFL, M&T Bank Stadium.
Yeah, the Fighting Eggplants, a.k.a. Ratbirds.
So now 3rd and 4, the ball at the 10-yard line. So, again, keep in mind it is 2 scores. Yeah, the elbow is clearly down here. 27-16, Steelers lead. Under 14 minutes remaining here in the game. Jackson brings Likely in motion, gets the snap, back to pass. Patrick Queen coming on the blitz. Jackson evades, throws him the crossing pattern, dropped by Bateman, moving right to left. He was open and dropped it. And now will the Ravens send the field goal unit out? Yep, they will. Lamar Jackson had already trotted off the sideline in disgust after Bateman could not haul that in.
Oh, just a great... That's what I love to see out of a former first-rounder for the Ravens. Rashad Bateman. That's the Bateman I know. Right there. Hit him right where he wasn't expecting, in his hands.
And you could tell he was upset because he may have scored there. He had Joey Porter in trail coverage, but it was a well-thrown ball by Lamar. Had him right in stride, and he dropped it. So now Luke will come on to try the field goal, 28-yard attempt. Here's a hold, here's a snap, here's the kick. That kick is up, and that kick is good. At the 13:43 mark here of the fourth quarter from M&T Bank Stadium, Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 27 and the Ravens 19.
There's no place like home for the holidays, and no place like the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event for great deals on the legendary capability of Jeep Wrangler or the luxurious Grand Cherokee. With available 3-row seating and tech that makes every drive feel first class. There's only one most awarded SUV brand built for it all. Jeep. There's only one. Hurry in for festive deals at the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event. Jeep has won more awards over its lifetime than any other SUV brand. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Great googly moogly, this one's got hearts. And it's only at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 pizza. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Greg Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Mission. Order one today online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection. Keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough. Like Pittsburgh, they're energy efficient and they look great too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
It's Merrill Hodge, my friends, at Castle Rock Hormone Health. They don't guess, they test. Castle Rock's team analyze your full hormone profile and tailors a weight loss plan just for you. With 5 GLP-1s to choose from, they match your body with the right solution. Backed by FDA-approved pharmacies, expert dosing, and real health coaching, Castle Rock helps you win your weight loss battle. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Visit crhh-pittsburgh.com. Castle Rock Hormone Health. Let's live the I'm not done lifestyle together.
Your radio home for Steelers football is 102.5 DVE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers audio network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
13:43 remains, fourth quarter. Tyler Lupe, after kicking the field goal, getting set to boot it away here for the Ravens. Steelers moving right to left in front of us, have Gainwell and Warren back deep. The Steelers look to continue to put the pressure on a Ravens defense that has led the league in points against since week 7. Steelers have far eclipsed the 16.5 they've been giving up in that time. Here's Gainwell, starts to the right and just finds a place to slide down in the grass around the 23-yard line. And so the Steelers will have the ball there as they look to add to their lead here and get it back to, of course, technically a one-score game, touchdown and 2-point conversion here, Max.
And that's what you want to do, continue the pressure. Steelers have looked great so far in this second half, putting up 10 points in the third quarter. Let's continue to build on that. I know we've had some guys missing. Darnell Washington out of the lineup. Andrews Pete, who came in for the injured Broderick Jones, now Dylan Cook. But you can tell the bones of this team doing a different approach. I mean, we've seen a lot of Adam Thielen, who's a recent joinee. Only one catch, but been in on a lot of plays. Ben Skoranek as well. Changing things up now that Roman Wilson's not in the lineup today, or Keyshawn Williams, both of them down. So led way to both of those receivers.
Number 74 is eligible. Number 74 is eligible.
In that 74, of course, is Spencer Anderson. Caleb Johnson has checked in. We've seen him, the rookie, get a couple of carries early in this game. He is lined up as a lone setback behind Aaron Rodgers under center. Power to the right side of the formation. Now Freiermuth motions back to the left. DK Metcalf starts in motion right, goes back to the left, play action pass. Rodgers looking, throws to Metcalf in the right flat. Metcalf hesitation and scoots towards the right sideline, ushered out by Roquan Smith, gets across the 25 out to the 26. So a pickup of 3 yards in that first down play.
And not bad, because you had Mike Green playing the in-man line of scrimmage coverage, trying to run a hide route with DK in the motion, running behind the line of scrimmage and running just a quick zip, and able to avoid him and at least get some positive yards, get upfield on that play that was covered very well by the Ravens defense.
Jalen Warren checks in. He is to the left of Rodgers in the shotgun formation. Anderson remains in the game, H back to the left. Freiermuth starts in motion to the right, comes back, settles on the left side of the formation. Is a pitch now to Warren on the left side. Tries to get around the edge, ducks inside, maybe gets a couple out to the 27-yard line. So a short pickup brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Steelers.
Roquan Smith made very quick action of that play and went downhill really quick. You saw Spencer Anderson and Dylan Cook trying to work a double team up to him, ducks underneath and makes the play.
So this crowd now loud. There are some towels, a lot of towels here at M&T Bank Stadium, but this crowd understands how important a stop would be here for the Ravens on 3rd and 6. Rodgers motions Gainwell and then sends him back out to the right of the formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ravens showing heavy blitz. They'll bring 4. Throw out to Gainwell on the flat. Now a flag on the play, or a stop and play anyway.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Boy, that is a shame.
I thought that was close. I thought he got it off right before it hit 0.
Well, that would have been interesting out there. They had blockers out in front for Gainwell with a screen set out in the right flat. Instead of 3rd and 6, though, it's now going to be 3rd and 11. Clock stop, 12:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. All spotted at the 22-yard line of the Steelers. Once again, the crowd an opportunity here to get loud as the Steelers break the huddle. Rodgers empty set, 2 receivers to the right. Gainwell is in the H-back position to the left, flanked on the other side by Freiermuth. Ravens bring 4. Rodgers back, looking, throws right and short to Freiermuth. Freiermuth spins toward the middle of the field, but stopped at the 28-yard line, 5 yards short of a first down. And out comes Corliss Waitman and the Steelers punting unit.
Tough. What could have been just a quarter of a second faster on the rotation. Tough to really see that 25-second clock. It's up in the corners because of the gigantic screens here in Baltimore. Normally they're usually down or around, usually at field level or right around the uprights. This time you kind of got to look up and away to find that 25-second clock or the clock timer.
Waitman, the snap, high, spiraling kick, and Wester's going to take it at his own 21-yard line. Starts to the left, and now he's going to circle back to the right. Heads up the middle of the field and spinning and twirling and gets to about the 32, 33-yard line here. And some players are in a little bit of a scrap. That's Skoranek and a couple of the Ravens, and looks like nothing's going to come of that as the officials talking things over, waving their arms, no call in the play. So 11-19 remains in the fourth quarter, and with the score, the Steelers 27, the Ravens 19. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
From last-second game-winning field goals to 98-yard kickoff returns, football is exciting. But as the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, PNC prefers to be steady and boring, like a solid ground game that eats up the clock. A strategy that scored a lot of financial wins over the last 160 years. And while our customers may not wear our name on the back of jerseys, Steelers fans can get 20% off regularly priced merchandise with the Pittsburgh Steelers PNC Bank debit card. A pretty exciting option play if you ask us. Find out more at pnc.com/Steelers card. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Planting a tree? Putting in a new sprinkler system? Digging a trench? No matter the project, if it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at pa1call.org. pa1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging. NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Confluence Financial Partners provides financial guidance that balances living fully today, preparing confidently for tomorrow, and securing what matters most. As your partner in wealth management and a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they act as the quarterback of your financial plan, helping you navigate life's transitions and milestones. Your legacy deserves more than a plan. It deserves a partner. Discover how Confluence Financial Partners can help you build yours at confluencefp.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
And welcome back here to M&T Bank Stadium, where the Steelers enjoying the lead, but the Ravens have the football here in the fourth quarter. Steelers have led throughout this game, 27-19 is the score now. 11-19 remains with the ball at the 32-yard line of the Ravens as they break the huddle. And Derrick Henry is to the left of Lamar Jackson in the shotgun formation. Jackson leaning forward, gets a snap, back to pass, rolling to his right. Looking downfield, wants to throw relatively deep. He's got Flowers. The 40-yard line, down to the ground, gets back up, hit by Jabril Peppers and taken down, but all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Steelers. A 35-yard drive starter there for the Ravens.
That's not what you want. It's not what you want. Breakdown in coverage in the zone as Zay Flowers gets behind Jabril Peppers and in front of James Pierre, running that off coverage, switch coverage, and not what you want to see to start this drive.
Yep, and again, the Steelers banged up in the secondary. Get to that in just a moment. Here, the handoff to Henry off the right side, finds a little bit of a crease, zips free for about 4 yards. And for that injury update in the secondary, we're joined again by Missy Matthews. Missy?
Yeah, guys, it's not a good one. Brandon Echols was taken to the locker room. He is now questionable to return, actually, as I see him coming onto the field. They did evaluate him for a concussion, so I retract my statement.
All right.
He's out on the field.
Oh, well, it's good to see. Missy, thank you very much. Glad to see him out there. Already 3 Steelers felled with concussions in this game. Jackson in the shotgun, and he will give left side Henry, and Henry crosses the 25 and gets just inside the 25 to bring up a 3rd and 2. So, again, Andrews Pete, Malik Harrison out of this game.
Darnell
Washington. He was the first to go out of this game in the first half. So, all with concussions.
And that's tough. But like you said, good getting Brandon Echols back. Already down in the secondary. No Kyle Duggar today. So that's why Jabril Peppers getting extended play today, and Chuck Clark as well in the absence of Duggar.
High formation straight up the middle of the field. And Chuck Clark got in there to stop Derrick Henry just inside the 25. So he picked up only about a half a yard there, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Ravens are going to keep their offense out on the field as we approach the 9-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
And the Ravens went jumbo on that previous play. Corey Bullock the backup center rookie for the team was the guy in there, and they couldn't get it. So now they're going to try again on this 4th and short.
4th and 1. Ricard motions to the left. Jackson under center. Derrick Henry the lone setback. Jackson gets a snap, gives to Henry, sweeping to the left side, and is able to pick up the first down and get down to the 20-yard line. So a lot of activity on that far side of the field. And another Steeler getting up slowly, and this time it's Patrick Queen.
Yeah, fixing his pants, kind of slipped down a little bit and got some dirt in his eye, so he's trying to clear his helmet in that moment. Still clearing it.
A lot of bodies in the far side of that field, and Henry was just able to find a crease and pick up the first down at the 20. 8:15 and counting here remaining in this 4th quarter. Jackson comes out in the pistol formation. Ricard settles to his right. Now he'll crab to the left in motion, and they give to Ali off the left side. First career carry for Rasheen Ali. First carry of the season for Rasheen Ali.
No, he had 4 carries last week.
I beg your pardon. That's right. First reception.
First reception
that's right,
was the last time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. I was about to say he's had 15 carries. This is 16th one of the season. I was like, wait a second.
Okay.
My notes are
my
off.
fault. First reception, looking in the wrong stats there, but he's able to pick up a couple down to the 18-yard line, bring up a 2nd and 8. Jackson in the shotgun has 3 receivers bunched to the right. Flowers in motion, right to left across the formation. Jackson back, looking, trouble, and moving around, and it's somehow able to get out of it. Just swarmed under it, but it was able to throw it at the feet of Isaiah Likely to avoid the sack, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Great pressure there by the Steelers.
That was tremendous pressure. Logan Lee getting in on the action, and then Patrick Queen also in there around the ankle area. So a lot of action, but Lamar Jackson just barely gets it away before going down.
3rd and 8. The ball at the 18-yard line. Ravens have to get down to the 10-yard line of the Steelers. Jackson in the shotgun. 3 receivers spread to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson gets the snap. Steelers bringing pressure. Jackson retreating. Now moves to his right. Tries to move up in the pocket and hit as he throws. Incomplete as Highsmith and Herbig hit him, and he had to throw it away, and the Ravens will be forced to attempt a field goal here.
And that's such a great job by the Steelers defense. The pressure coming up the middle, forcing Jackson off of his line. He was trying to look at Rashad Bateman, who was running a double move on Joey Porter, but because of the pressure has to step up, and Herbig and Highsmith both retrace back to the inside, and they sandwich Lamar Jackson, who gets that ball off, but it goes low and away, nowhere near the receiver to make a catch.
Now loop on to try a field goal of 36 yards. Here's the snap, the hold, and here's the kick by Loop, and that kick is up, and that kick is good with 7:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And now we have a 27-22 score, the Steelers with the lead.
Boy, would it be good to go on a nice long drive here and cap that off with some points. 5-point game as it stands right now, 27-22, but Steelers need to put some pressure on Baltimore, and also give your defense a break. Mm-hmm. That was a long drive for this defense to be out on the field, who's already down some guys nicked up and bruised. So I would love to see just get some momentum going, which they had in the 3rd quarter. A little bit lulled in that last drive.
Right.
So let's pick that back up, because there are a lot of good opportunities here for the Steelers.
Obviously undone by that delay of game penalty on the last drive, and that didn't help them. So the Steelers, I totally agree here, Max. You know, the defense has done a nice enough job here, right? The offense has done a nice enough job. Now go out and finish a game off here with a good long drive.
You have everything in your perspective, and right now the Steelers, surprise, surprise, trailing in time of possession, 28-29 for Baltimore, 24-21 for the Steelers. So you'd love to see that kind of edge back in their favor with a nice long drive.
Gainwell and Warren back to receive. Steelers moving right to left in front of us. 7:10 remains here in this 4th quarter. And Luke gets the all-clear sign, ready to go. Here's the approach, and here's the boot. High end-over-end kick, but it's short. Going to be taken by Gainwell at the 14-yard line. Hits right up the numbers on the left side of the field. A little bit of a crease, cuts back to the middle of the field, crosses the 40, and gets out to the 41-yard line before Trenton Simpson makes the stop. So excellent field position here for the Steelers.
Great start. Last time they had the ball around the 40, good things happened. So Let's see what the Steelers could do with this. I like the momentum. Now, remember, no Darnell Washington. This is usually the time where Darnell usually steps up big, plays and kind of owns that scene. Let's see who can step into that role for the Steelers and help to keep these drives matriculating downfield.
At the very least, you'd like to pick up a couple of first downs here, maybe get a field goal, get it back to that 8-point lead. Rodgers in the shotgun has Gainwell to his right, 2 receivers each side of the formation. Rodgers brings a man in motion. That's Thielen. Gets a snap, back to pass, pressure coming, evades it, steps out to the right, and misses his man, threw it at his feet. Did a great job of avoiding the pressure, and then on the run threw incomplete to Jonnu Smith, who was open in the right flat, and that will bring up a 2nd and 10.
And that's a tough one because normally this one Aaron makes almost overcorrects as he's drifting forward. Both feet kind of in the air when he releases that, and the ball just takes a nosedive right at the feet of Jonnu Smith. That was a missed opportunity there. I know that Aaron Rodgers wish he could have back.
Yep, that would have been at least a 5 or 6 yard pickup. Instead now it is 2nd and 10. 8 in the play clock as Rodgers in the shotgun brings Thielen in motion left to right. Has Gainwell to his left, lifts the foot, claps the hands, gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, Ravens bringing pressure, and the ball is knocked around at the line of scrimmage, and Rodgers caught it. No, the Ravens have it. It's Teddy Buchanan. He was battling with Rodgers, and they say Buchanan came down with it for the Steelers. It was batted at the line of scrimmage, and at the bottom of the pile, they're saying the Ravens have the ball. And Buchanan is hot and upset with Frazier, who's come away with a football. Frazier says, hey, we've got it. But the officials disagree as Frazier, who's got that wrestling background, maybe the bottom of the pile just ripped it away. As we take a look at the replay, batted at the line of scrimmage. That was Okoye who batted it, and then Buchanan pulled it out of the hands of Aaron Rodgers for the interception.
And Aaron tried to tip it back to himself, but as he came down, I didn't like what the defensive tackle did in that moment, and that was who was that? Was that the rookie Peebles that kind of gave a forearm shiver?
I think it was Tupou. I think it was Tupou, the former Bengal.
Going on the field is a turnover. The previous play is under further review.
So it looked like when Aaron hit the ground, his back hit the ground, the ball was still, his knee was on it, and he had the ball in his possession. Tupou kind of cleared him with a little chin check on Aaron, but Aaron has the ball as his knee is on the ground. Buchanan snatches it in the secondary motion after the fact.
Yeah, that's an interesting call, isn't it, Max?
It's very interesting because it should still be the Steelers' possession, not the defense's, because he clearly has the possession when his knee is down and then loses it afterwards.
Well, they're showing it here, and at the replay we're looking at, Rodgers has the ball in his hands, left knee down.
Both knees are down at that point.
Both knees are down. Now, does he have possession of the ball?
He loses it after his knees hit.
Again, I think maybe what there's clearly his knees are down. The question, I think, would be, does he have clear possession of the ball?
That overhand right hand says he has possession, and then as he goes down trying to re-secure the right hand one more time, that's when the ball comes out, but after his knees are on the ground.
Remember, again, it was called the turnover on the
It was, so is there enough to overturn the initial call?
Yeah, it's either back to Rodgers, and the Steelers are facing 3rd and long, or it's a turnover, and the Ravens will have the ball in Steelers territory.
Short field.
I mean, I guess the question there is going to be, did Rodgers have possession of it
Offense
when his
is back out on the field?
Ravens defense is going out, Steelers offense is going out. That's usually a good sign.
Yeah.
After review, Pittsburgh was down by contact with possession of the ball.
Well, that gets several thousand terrible towels waving here, and the others booze in the throats of the Ravens fans.
7,000 cheers, 50,000 boos going on right now in this moment.
So let's wait and see where they're going to mark it. They're going to right at the 32-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 19 for the Steelers with the ball at the 32-yard line. They have to cross midfield and get into Ravens territory to pick up a first down. Good news here with 6:55 and counting is that the Ravens don't have the ball at the 32-yard line of the Steelers.
Yeah, that's the one saving thing. Clock is running now at this moment.
Steelers take their time, break the huddle. Plenty of time in the play clock, 25 seconds left. Rodgers has an empty set with Gainwell flanked out wide and Metcalf to the left. And the Ravens playing a deep shell coverage, trying to keep everything in front of them, showing 4-man rush. Here's a snap, 4 coming. Pump fake, and now the throw out to Gainwell on the right flat. Gainwell is going to get to about the 36, just a short pickup before Humphrey and others come up to make the stop. So, again, the good news here, the Steelers did not turn the ball over in their own territory. The bad news is a second consecutive 3 and out, and they're going to have to punt it away here, Max.
They are, and, Corliss Waitman, if any time to pull out one of those deep, arching punts to try and pin him deep with no return, this is the opportunity for Corliss Waitman to come in and play huge on the special team side.
And Ravens setting up to return with 2 blockers on both the gunners. Here's the kick. It's going to be taken by Wester at his 16-yard line on the run, crosses the 20, and is going to be taken down at the 22-yard line. So excellent job, as it's Sawyer who makes the stop. And a really good job by the coverage unit there. And by Waitman, that high kick to allow them to get downfield.
That's the biggest thing. You didn't want to get one of those deep kind of line drives right there. Puts enough touch on it, even with the double coverage on the gunners, able to get down there and minimize the return. So a long on-the-field challenge for the Baltimore Ravens and this Steelers defense. If there's any time to come up big, this is a moment to come in up big for the Steelers.
5:41 remains. Steelers up 27-22. AFC North division lead on the line. Lamar Jackson motions Ricard back, I formation with Henry as the deep back. Jackson gets a snap, gives to Henry up the field, cuts to the left, finds a gaping hole, heads up the middle of the field, and gets all the way out to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 20.
You knew it was only a matter of time with Derrick Henry in the backfield, lead back with Patrick Ricard leading the way. And Derrick Henry, just the backside just closes a little bit too fast. Keanu Benton and Cam Hayward manning both of the opposite gaps outside of where Henry ran, and it just opened up on the backside.
Well, they'll mark him down at the 41, so a 19-yard pickup, under 5.5 minutes remaining here. And now they're rolling the clock. Not sure why it stopped, but it did stop. Chuck Clark was injured on the play. Okay, so that's the reason the clock stopped. Here's a give to Henry off the left side, and Henry finds another big hole, picks up close to 5 out across the 45-yard line of the Ravens.
So Derrick Henry with that, been depressed all day, now inching closer towards 100 yards. 23 carries for 95 yards on the day for Henry. That 19-yarder obviously being the longest rush for him on the day. But the last 4 possessions for the Ravens, touchdown, field goal. They have not been stopped in this second half. So big moment here for the Steelers if they can do that.
Lamar walks out to the left of the formation and is able to talk to Andrews and Flowers. Now gets back in the shotgun, gets a snap. Back to pass, looking, has time. Now flushed, moves to the left, back to the right. TJ Watt has him around the ankles. Falling down, he's able to avoid the sack and throw it at the feet of Ricard. Second time he's done that, just to, as he's going down, find someone to, at least in the area, so it's not even intentional grounding.
Just alleviate the stress that's been put on him. Such a great pass rush by the Steelers, forcing Lamar weaving and getting his eyes off of the receivers downfield, but not enough to take him down to the ground.
Clock stops, 4:29 remaining, 3rd and 5. Ball at the 46-yard line of the Ravens, moving left to right. Setback is Ali next to Lamar Jackson. Steelers bringing the blitz. Jackson back, lofting deep down the right sideline. It is incomplete, out of bounds. James Pierre in coverage of Hopkins, and it will be 4th down, and another Steeler is down at the 40-yard line of the Ravens.
Yeah, it looks like Patrick Queen
is being tended to. Hard to tell from here. The physicians all surrounding Patrick Queen. So The Steelers forced the errant throw, and now a decision here for the Ravens. 4:24 remains, 4th and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Whether they will go for it here or send out the punt unit. The offense remains on the field right now, and Patrick Queen is being tended to at the 40.
Tough blow. We're already down some guys, and it's been a very physical game indeed for both sides.
They're moving that right knee as we go down to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, obviously Patrick Queen was hurt in that Bills game, and really even throughout the week of practice, good to see him standing up now, but it looks like he's not going to be able to put too much weight on his right leg. We'll have to see what they say, but here on the sidelines when he would come off, he was still dealing with that glute injury and was using either a heating pad or an ice pack, kind of wrapping it around his lower back. So playing through a lot just to be here, knowing how much he means to the Steelers defense, and we'll get you an update when we find out exactly what he's dealing with right now.
Missy, thank you very much. So 4th and 5, Steelers leading 27-22. The ball is on the Ravens 46-yard line with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Each team substituting, but the Ravens offense right now remains out on the field.
Yeah, gutsy play here, being near midfield, and analytics, whoever believes it uses it, however you look at it, from about your own 42 to the opposing 40 is usually that zone where if you're going to go for it, this is those prime zones. Obviously, we get to the positive side of the field depending on down and distance, but analytics usually says that there's a good high percentage to go for it around the midfield area, especially when you consider how critical it is, because if you do kick the ball back, you risk not getting the ball back if you're the opposing offense, if you're the Ravens.
And obviously, if you're the Steelers, you cannot jump offside here.
No, you cannot.
Steelers showing 4-man rush. Now a 5th man, Holcomb, moves up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson in the shotgun. Steelers crowding this line of scrimmage, and they'll bring the blitz. And the throw out to the right flat to Flowers, and Flowers is wrapped up by Ramsey and thrown down very, very close to first down yardage, and they're going to give him the first down. Boy, I thought Ramsey might have had him before he got to that first down stick.
He was, narrowly there. Missed it by about a step. For Flowers able to torque his body forward and get right on the line. Right on the line. I'm watching the replay, and the ball just barely crosses over the first down stick.
So 4th down conversion is good for the Ravens. They have the ball at the 49 of the Steelers. Jackson the snap, back the pass, throws in the left flat to a wide open Henry, but it was low and he couldn't bring it in. The rush affecting Lamar Jackson there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Lamar Jackson had to jump and fall away, not able to plant his feet on the delivery to Henry. And with that motion, you don't have any power, so you're just trying to drift it strong arm, and it just falls at the feet of Derrick Henry, narrowly short. Steelers get away with one in that moment.
Oh, he had a lot of room up that left side because they caught him in the blitz off that edge with that play. Instead, 2nd and 10. Henry remains to the left of Jackson. In the shotgun, Flowers the motion man to the left, and the give to Henry. Ooh, he is walloped by Alex Highsmith as he gets down to the 47-yard line, pickup of 2, but he was crushed by Alex Highsmith on that play.
Yeah, big play by Highsmith to close down the line of scrimmage. There was a wham guy that was coming, but misses Highsmith, and Highsmith able to duck underneath and catch Derrick Henry right as he met the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8 from the 46-yard line. Ali is in as Henry walked off the field after that play. 3 receivers to the left. Steelers showing 4-man rush right now. They're going to bring more than that. The blitz coming. The throw over the middle of the field. Leaping grab made by Flowers. Jets down the right sideline. Tries to cut back. Stays inbound and gets inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line.
Go back to that critical 4th down decision in the midfield. I told you, analytics says you go for it. There's a high reward, even though it's a high risk on that success. And we see the Ravens driving. So for the Steelers, reeling a little bit, got to settle down here. You don't want to give up a touchdown. If you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you want to hold them to just a field goal in this moment.
I'm not even sure they'd kick a field goal here. You got to figure this seems like 4-down territory here for the Ravens. 2:50 and counting remaining here in the 4th quarter. Jackson gets a snap. Play action pass. Looking, throws toward the end zone. It's Isaiah Likely, and it's knocked out, but not until he's in the end zone with possession. It's a touchdown for the Ravens, and they have taken the lead.
You have to assume they're going to try and go for 2 here. If this touchdown does hold, he gets 2 feet down, but then the ball is knocked away. I'm watching the replay. Both hands are down. You see both feet, football motion. So it is a touchdown before it's knocked away. He gets about 2 to 3 steps after maintaining possession of the football. So that will stand. But Ravens on here trying to go for 2.
After review, the pass is incomplete.
Wow.
I'm so glad I'm wrong here, Rob.
Holy mackerel.
It'll be 2nd down.
Wow. Okay.
I'll take it. Review play. And review all scoring play, so you can't challenge that once it's been reviewed.
And now the referee, Alex Moore, is communicating with Harbaugh. And he had his pick of open tight ends. Charlie Kohler was wide open on the left side. Isaiah Likely wide open over the middle. Great job. That was Eccles that knocked it out of there, right?
Yeah, it was Eccles in coverage. It stayed with it. No, sorry, Joey Porter Jr. was the one in. I'm watching the replay.
You're right. It was Joey Porter Jr.
And Joey just knocks it away after 2 steps. I mean,
very interesting.
Well, anywho, 2nd down.
Yep, 2:43 remaining. 2nd and 10 now. 27-22 game. Keep in mind the Ravens can pick up a 1st down at the 3-yard line. Jackson gets a snap. Steelers bringing 6. Jackson throws into the right flat for Henry. Henry hesitates, tries to cut back to the middle of the field, stretches forward to the 5. Jabril Peppers makes the stop, helped out by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will use a timeout here with the ball marked at the 5-yard line.
Trying to preserve this.
First charge, timeout of the half, Pittsburgh.
2:31 remains, and I mean there's a scenario in which that touchdown to Likely might have been the best thing that could have happened for the Steelers, because if the Ravens pick up a 1st down here, they can utilize the entirety of the rest of the clock as they try to score a touchdown that'll win them the game.
Exactly, and so you almost wish, like, hey, did you do enough there? Should you just let the touchdown go in that moment? But right now we're dealing with it. It is not ruled as such. A play has happened afterwards, so it's in the shoulda, coulda, woulda category now. But big moment here for the Steelers. 3rd and 2, and you need to come up with 2 big stops here to try and get the possession back if you're the Steelers, because a field goal is not going to be good enough. And like you said, this is 4-down territory, however it happens.
But Derrick Henry remains in the game here with Lamar Jackson and this Ravens offense. Ball at the 5-yard line, set up on the right hash. Ravens moving left to right in front of us. Steelers clinging to a 27-22 lead. 3rd and 2 from the 5. Jackson in the shotgun has Henry to his right. Receivers split to each side. Now he'll move Henry over to his left. Flowers in motion left to right. And the give to Henry on the delay, and he is hit. Flag comes in as Highsmith drops him for a loss back at the 8-yard line. And let's see what the call is going to be.
It could have been when he took that receiver off the ball that the left tackle was uncovered.
Offense number 72 was on the end of the line. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So it was exactly what I thought. Lamar trying to get things going, because they had about 6 seconds when he made for that motion, but nobody on the left on the left offensive side once he pulled that receiver over in motion, so the left tackle cannot be uncovered on the end of the line of scrimmage. You must have a receiver or tight end or a running back skill position on the outside covering up the tackle.
4th and 4. Jackson in the shotgun has Ali to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Jackson gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking. Steps up to the right. Back to the left. Throws. Jump ball. Incomplete. Incomplete. Along the goal line, intended for Andrews. Queen was there defensively, and the Steelers have made the stop.
That was a gigantic moment for this Steelers defense, embattled, bringing the ball down the field. 4th down. And, of course, the man to make the play, the guy who came back from injury, Patrick Queen,
dealing with a hip or an ankle or a knee, whatever you want to call it, comes back on the field, and one of the biggest plays in coverage on the Ravens all-time receptions leader, Mark Andrews, and we have a turnover on downs, and Steelers need to make a first down and then some. Get this ball moving. Most critical drive in the game for the Steelers offense.
That was a 12-play, 70-yard drive. Took up 3:19, no points. Now, keep in mind, the Ravens have all 3 of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning coming up here. 2:22 remains. Steelers have the ball at their own 8-yard line. Aaron Rodgers under center has Jalen Warren as the lone setback. 13 on the play clock. The Ravens tightly bunched along the line of scrimmage. Rodgers gets a snap. Will give to Warren. Warren off the left side, and he will nudge forward for about a yard out to the 9-yard line. And the Ravens will use the first of their timeouts here at the 2:17 mark.
I mean, that was a lot of bodies. I mean, you're talking about 10 guys on the Steelers side, because obviously Jalen Warren's the only guy
right
off of that, but still within the framework. 11 Ravens within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Nobody deep. Cover 0 in that moment. I would love to have seen like just a play action fake and a pop pass. Oh my gosh, what could have been in that moment if they would have had it called, but that was a run. But for the Steelers, you got to get some yardage here. You got to choose something up, make this at least a third and medium to short. You got to get some yardage here on the second down play.
Yes, you'd prefer to give the Ravens no other opportunities here to score.
No. You want to keep trying. Try at your best. I know you're down. You don't have your big target, number 80, Mount Washington, in the game, who would normally be ideal in this situation. So you make the most out of it.
Spencer Anderson is flanked to the left of the formation outside of Thielen, who is also on the left side. Now Anderson in motion left to right. Rodgers gets a snap, will pitch to Warren to the right side, makes one man miss, and now twirls inside to about the 11-yard line. So a pickup of a couple, and the Ravens will use their second timeout with 2:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Frustrating on that play that Spencer Anderson passed up Kyle Van Noy, who was writing it dead to rights, and he worked up to the second level. So somebody was missing. There was some type of blown assignment on the run cues and who their man responsibilities were. But if Spencer Anderson picked that up, there was a nice lane on the inside if he would have cut inside of Anderson, who took the out block.
So 3rd and 7 here for the Steelers with the ball at the 11-yard line. Ravens have 1 timeout left. The Steelers have 2 timeouts remaining as the clock says 2:11 now, and timeout is over. The Steelers huddled up. Crowd at M&T Bank Stadium, as you can imagine, getting loud. Still a lot of terrible towels twirling around here. Again, AFC North division lead is on the line between these two great rivals. Steelers up 27-22. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Game 1 to the right of Rodgers in the shotgun. Ravens showing pressure at the line of scrimmage. They'll bring 4, and underneath, and the throw intended for Valdez-Scantling is incomplete at the 16-yard line. Would have been short of a first down anyway. Starts in coverage, but the clock stops with a 2-minute timeout still coming, and the Ravens still have 1 more timeout remaining.
And that one, man, there was a 2-way go there. Marlon Humphreys was in coverage on DK. He's the one that peeled off to go to Scantling on the underneath route. DK was wide open down the sidelines. So if you get a pump fake and a throw, that could have been lights out for this game.
Waitman bangs a big punt, 36-yard line. Wester has some room, starts to the right, shakes out of a tackle, and then is taken down by Peyton Wilson. There's a flag on the play as well on the far side of the field with the ball marked right now at the 43-yard line. Let's see what this call is going to be. The good news is that took enough time to at least get us to the 2-minute warning. 1:56 showing on the clock right now. Let's get the call here before we head to break. And it's like the Ravens are kind of retreating backward. That would be good news.
Yeah, it's against the Ravens. You see the ref. Initial indication.
Holding. Return team number 39. 10-yard penalty. First down.
And that will make the task a
this
little more difficult.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Nice 52-yard punt by Waitman. Good job by the coverage unit. Now it's time for the 2-minute warning timeout, brought to you by Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is proud to bring freshness, quality, and value to Steelers Nation. Visit your neighborhood store or order online with curbside pickup and delivery. With a score, the Steelers 27, the Ravens 22. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network for the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town. Been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
AFC North Division lead on the line. Steelers and Ravens battling here at M&T Bank Stadium. 1:56 remains. The Ravens have one timeout and the ball at their own 26-yard line. Steelers getting their first stop of the second half of this last drive. They need one more stop here, Max.
And they have 74 yards to defend because remember, the Ravens have to score a touchdown. They can't kick a field goal.
Shotgun formation for Lamar Jackson has Ali to his right. Two receivers split to the right, one to the left. Likely goes in motion to the left across the formation. Jackson gets a snap. Pressure coming. Retreats back and then throws incomplete. Intended for Ali, and there's a flag behind the play as well.
Wonder if there's a hold there against the Ravens offensive line. That rush is coming.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Andrew Voorhees. Working against. It looked. Oh yeah. Nice job, Cam Hayward, of course, drawing that. Because once the big man gets angry, it's tough to stop him. He's like a caged bear when it comes in those moments.
So ball at the 16-yard line now, 1st and 20. Ravens have to traverse 84 yards here, left to right in front of us. Jackson motions to his left, now gets a snap. Back to pass, 4-man rush for the Steelers. Jackson stepping up, throws sidearm underneath. It's complete. And taken down, twirled down to the ground is Ali after a short pickup out to the 22-yard line. So pickup of about 6 will bring up a 2nd and 14. Clock still rolling, 1:33 and counting. Jackson communicating with his team, getting them lined up. Under a minute and 30 remains here in the fourth quarter. Jackson gets a snap, back to pass. Steelers bringing 4. Jackson steps up, throws, crossing pattern complete to Flowers. And Flowers not much doing there. Gets out only to the 25-yard line. So a pickup of 3 brings up 3rd and 11.
Clock is ticking, not in their favor, and they still haven't used that timeout. So very key whether.
Now Jackson having some trouble communicating with his team and getting him lined up. Now moves Flowers over to the right side of the formation. 55 seconds remain as he gets his snap. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Scoots to his left. Looking. Hesitation move. Stretches forward. He's going to be short of a first down at the 34-yard line. And the Ravens will use their last remaining timeout with 47 seconds left, facing a 4th and 2.
And a lot of communication error there by the Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson trying to get guys in there. He took off 30 seconds off the clock before hitting that timeout, and now a critical 4th down. This is the play. One more play to stop this and end this game for the Steelers defense, who's been battling this entire contest against the Ravens. So one big play left to come. Remember, don't let anything go deep. Don't let anything behind you. You got to play. You got to play close to the line of scrimmage, trying to prevent the first down conversion, but you also don't want to give a jailbreak play to the Ravens, who can do that really quickly, especially when you're thinking about Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely, two guys who can do that. You wonder if LeJontay Wester will come in, the speedster that's normally a return guy, but has some wheels on him.
So 4th and 2, 47 seconds remaining as the Ravens break the huddle. It is very quiet here at M&T Bank Stadium. Steelers fans waving the towels, trying to get a little excitement going here for their defense. Ali to the right of Jackson in the shotgun in this 4th and 2. Gets a snap, back to pass, looking, steps, pump fake, retreating back to his left, lofts over the middle of the field, has Likely across the 40, first down to the 42-yard line. And the Ravens moving quickly, 35 seconds, 34, 33. Jackson comes up, he will spike the ball with 30 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. 27-22. The ball is marked at the 42-yard line of the Ravens.
30 seconds left here for the Steelers, and I knew Isaiah Likely was one of those guys, and the pressure was getting on Lamar. Lamar just holding, pump faking, and finally Isaiah Likely came free in that second level to get the first down. But man, bend but don't break in this moment if you're Steelers defense. Keep the pass rush hot on Lamar Jackson because he's been unsure in those moments.
Ravens have to score a touchdown. Jackson in the shotgun, gets a snap. Steelers bringing 4. Jackson throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Kohler inside Steelers territory, inside the 40-yard line. Clock rolling. 20 seconds. 19, 18. Ball spotted at the 39. Jackson spikes it with 16 seconds remaining, and the ball at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Oh, this is tough. This is one of those tense moments, but this is what Steelers-Ravens, the rivalry is. And Jalen Ramsey, narrowly missed tipping that ball to Kohler in that moment. Gosh, you wonder what could have been, but playing tough. Once again, you had to defend 86 yards. It doesn't matter if they come up short. You just can't let them into the end zone.
2nd and 10 as the Ravens break the huddle, but now the Steelers want to use a timeout defensively to set things up. Ball is marked at the 39-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are up 27-22. 16 seconds remain as these two teams battle for first place in the AFC North, Max.
This is what you expected, right? You expected this type of rubber match between these two where it's back and forth, seesaw battle indeed. And these are how close those games are. There's always razor-thin margins between these two. Even as good as it might be for either side normally in the first half, this is what defines you as the second half of these games. And we're talking about 16 seconds, and we have to defend 39 yards.
Right, so you don't want sideline passes. You don't want deep passes.
No chunks and no corners. Or edges, I should say.
And you wonder here, will the Ravens try to complete something to get a little closer? Will they go for the end zone here? Ball at the 39-yard line. Those are the options for the Ravens as they come out in the shotgun. Ali to the left. 3 receivers to the left, and Ricard is to the right of the formation. Jackson leans in, gets a snap. Steelers bringing 4. Jackson rolling out to the left, looking, rolling, throws underneath. It is complete along the sidelines to the 30-yard line on the far side of the field. It's caught by Andrews with 9 seconds remaining. A pickup of 9, and the clock stops as Andrews falls out of bounds after the reception.
Still have 30 yards to defend. This isn't the field goal type of situation. No. You've got to protect that end zone. End zone is home base. Do not let anything get in your zone if you're the Steelers defense.
Clark and Ramsey back inside their own 15-yard line and even retreating as the ball snapped to Lamar Jackson. Rush coming from the backside. He's hit and taken down. It's Highsmith with the sack back at the 38-yard line, and that will do it. The Steelers come to M&T Bank Stadium and win 27-22, and they are back in first place by themselves in the AFC North.
What a tremendous job. Alex Highsmith with the track down.
And what a tremendous play to end this game. The Steelers defense comes alive. A stop on 4th down in the red zone on the previous drive and a sack to end this game. Wow, oh wow. AFC North, Steelers are back in first place.
That's the end of the game with the final score, the Steelers 27, the Ravens 22. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for Steelers' first reaction in the Mike Tomlin postgame press conference. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.